the guy with the really chiseled jaw freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Giga
Not
Chad or some shit. Like it's just
literally
odd.
Giga Chad.
I just,
Yeah.
I just, I can't. I literally skipped over the trailer most of it because I was like, I can't look at this no more.
Seriously.
No, I
Wow.
don't like it at all. Hello and welcome back to the NextPlay podcast, a gaming and pop culture podcast brought to you by the team at NextPlay Australia. I'm your host, Jamie, and joining me today is Brad.
Hello.
Berto.
Hello.
And a very special guest, Jefftendo.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me.
Now, Jeff, this is your first time on the show. Would you like to tell all the listeners and viewers a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name's Jeff. I go by Jefftendo on Instagram and YouTube, and I'm just essentially a big nerdy Nintendo collector and gamer. I've been a fan of Nintendo my whole life. I don't work in the gaming industry or anything. I'm just a humble old dad who really enjoys his Nintendo, and I enjoy playing Nintendo games and equally collecting and connecting with other Nintendo fans online. So that's the three ways I sort of split my time. But I'm in my games room now for the people watching online at the moment, and I spent a lot of time just organizing my collection, and yeah, very stoked to come on here today and talk some Nintendo stuff with you legends. So thanks for having me.
Well, thank you very much for joining us. And yeah, there's a reason why we have you. We will be discussing everything about last week's Nintendo
I'm
Direct a little bit.
I'm gonna put you on the spot, Jeff.
Go for it.
Just so people get to know you. What's like your favorite like Nintendo series or like maybe 3 of your top Nintendo games?
Well, it actually ties in with the direct today. Mario Galaxy is without a doubt my favorite my favorite of the Mario games. Like I'll take that over Odyssey any day of the week, and I'll put Mario Galaxy with Mario Galaxy 2. And I'm a big fan of the Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom Zeldas. I know most people our age sort of tend to go for Ocarina of Time, Breath of the Wild, but I just love those games so much. And when it comes to sort of the retro stuff, of course, Super Mario Bros. 3. I love Excite Bike. For me, it's just we've all got that nostalgia. And for me, when it was I remember I was about 5 or 6 years old, and my neighbor had a Nintendo. And at that point, it's the late 80s. Everyone's obsessed with BMX and ninjas and stuff like that, and just cartoons. We don't have like the modern free-to-air TV that we have now. And so to go to my friend's house and see a TV with moving characters on it that you could control with a button, which everyone would take that for granted, that was life-changing for me. And that sort of spawned that experience of seeing Excite Bike. I can't remember if it was Excite Bike or Super Mario Brothers first, but they were around the same time. And both of that at my neighbor's house. And that's what really kicked it off for me. Yeah. So, and here I am now, all this time later.
Alrighty, so we will also be having a little message from Brad to start us off. So let's just cut to that one.
Hey, you. Torkel and I have noticed most of you aren't subscribed to the channel. So if you have a spare second, click the subscribe button right below. Or if you're listening to us on audio streaming services, give us a 5-star review, as it really does help us out. And with that out of the way, let's get back to the show.
Thank you very much, Brad. That was lovely. Always appreciate that. We are now, as always, going to start the show off by talking about everything we've been playing, listening, watching over the last couple of weeks. So for me, I have been way too busy. I started a new job. I've still got the little man kicking around who's getting very close to crawling at this stage. I have only managed to put maybe 6 or 7 hours into Dead Island 2. I decided to jump into that just because it was mindless zombie killing. I thought this would be a perfect just jump in with a couple of 10 or so minutes I have each night available to myself. It's fun. I did love the original Dead Island. I loved Riptide. I did play most of those in co-op. I will say playing solo, it gets a little bit more repetitive than when I have played with friends in the past. I think story-wise, I'm probably about halfway there. But I think the one thing that's annoying me is enemy scaling. I just don't like enemy scaling. Like, every time I think I'm getting stronger, now all the enemies have now leveled up with me. And then I'm like, well, what am I doing? So I very much prefer when there's like this area is like, your weaker ones, and over here is stronger, you know where to go. So I don't know what anyone else thinks about enemy scaling, but
I hate it.
nah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
Nah.
All right, well, that's me. Jeff, you're the special guest, so you can go next.
I'm similar to you, man. With the little kids running around, it's not always the most amount of time for gaming as I would like. But I've been working my way through Donkey Kong Bonanza, taking a little bit longer because I've
Nice.
got my save file and then the kids' save file, and then when they see me playing, they want to have a quick go, and I've got to go back and help them get through, collect all the bananas, and then fight every little mini boss that they're like, "Daddy, do this for me." So we're playing that.
That's awesome.
We probably would surprise people. I actually didn't have the top tier Nintendo online subscription. I just had the basic one that had the SNES and the NES games, and I just upgraded that during the week. So I went and tried out some of the GameCube games. So I was playing Wind Waker, and for
Yeah.
me, I own Wind Waker on my GameCube. I own the Wii U version of it, the HD version, and I haven't played either of them because I'm one of those weirdos that has to invert the vertical axis on my camera,
Oh.
or else I just can't play games. And
Yeah.
you can't do that on those two versions. But then with the Switch,
Oh,
the game, all the Switch Online stuff, it's got really good button mapping. So I was really excited to go in
okay.
and play a bit of Wind Waker. So I'm kind of diving into Wind Waker. It's one of the few Zelda games I haven't played. So that's been awesome. And also a bit of chipping away at Metroid Samus Returns on 3DS. That was another one that's just in my massive pile of backlog. So that's been really fun. But those games are Metroidvania games are a little bit tricky to play when you are not on them personally every day, because you get back to it after a week or two and you're like, where the hell was I? What
Yeah,
was
you
I?
forget.
Yeah, and then like what power ups do I don't have? So I just find in a busy lifestyle I'm a better gamer when I just stick to one game at a time and finish it and move on to the next one. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing. How about the rest of you guys?
So with the inverted, I'm just trying to wrap my head around. So
Here
when
we
I
go.
press forward, I look down. So you want forward to look up?
Oh yeah, I can't even remember which way, but mine's always the opposite way. It's the same deal with
Okay.
any kind of shooter game as well. When I was a kid, I used to fly with my dad. I used to fly remote control planes a lot, and so that notion of you push the stick
It's
forward
what
to
you
make
used to.
to make the nose go down. Yeah, so everything has to be backward. But I also found when playing Wind Waker, I had to do the same thing on the left and right. I always get confused as which is X and which is Y, but I had to invert both axes on that,
Yeah,
which is
right.
strange. So, and I know in like my stupid old monkey brain, I should be able to just get through it for an hour or two until it works. But I'm just like, it's like when you got young kids, you don't always have time at night. So I've only got 15 minutes to play. I just want to enjoy that time. So yeah, but that's a really good feature for anyone else in that. I'm sure it's a minority of us that have to invert the cameras, but you can do that with all the games now on Switch 2 and on Nintendo's online services. So that's awesome. So yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's a
Yeah, I
great,
wount have had any idea. Yeah.
it's a
there you
great
go.
game too.
That's what.
Wind Waker.
Yeah, it's rad. I know that it doesn't look as good in the GameCube version as to what it would look on the Wii U HD version,
The
and
Wii
I've
U's
also heard.
beautiful.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, and then I'm also having the map on the gamepad, and then having
yeah.
apparently in the end game there's a lot of sailing. I know,
There
and
is.
apparently
Yeah,
and the Wii U version has had some quality of life game improvements with like some faster travel or something like that. So
correct. I do
Yeah.
remember
I don't
that.
know where
Yeah.
and I'm sure there's a way with like a Wii U or something you could mod or hack and get invert cameras, but I like to keep all mine into. I don't just personally I don't do any modding or anything like that. So I like to keep it all OG. So
Hmm. All right, Brad. How about yourself? What have you been up to?
Honestly, not too much in the last 2 weeks. I am still playing Final Fantasy VII, the original one, on YouTube. I also did buy Hollow Knight Silk Song. Um,
Oh, nice.
turns out
Did you
not
play
for
it?
me.
Okay.
Not for
Really?
me.
How long did you
Oh,
play?
like an hour or two. I was just like, I
Oh,
don't feel
that's
like playing. I
no.
don't feel like. Look, I don't really like those types of
Oh,
games.
wow.
Yeah, yeah. You listen here, Jamie.
They're not for me. It's not. It's not a JRPG. So,
Yeah,
and like just hearing about how difficult it gets, I'm like, I don't want to do that right now. So it's still in my
hey,
library if I want to go back. But
I've got a question on
Jeff,
that quickly. I haven't played Hollow Knight or Silk Song,
mm,
but
yep.
and I've just ordered like a physical copy secondhand of Hollow Knight because. But do you have to play the
Nice.
first one for first? Do you have to play Hollow Knight
I
before you
wouldn't
play
think
Silk?
so.
Because it's one of those ones where
But
it's like
you should
everyone's
play it anyway.
Yeah, you should
yeah.
play
Well,
it. It's
if I
amazing.
don't, and if I play Silksong and it's awesome, am I going to go back to Hollow Knight and be like, I've played the better version now? Like, am I better off
I don't
waiting?
know that. I don't know the answer to that.
I
Yeah.
don't know
I
the
haven't
answer
played
to that.
Silk Song yet myself because I don't have the
I haven't
time
got
for
around
it
to
at
it
the
yet.
moment. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Hollow Knight's incredible as its own. I'll be shocked if Silk Song is so good that it makes Hollow Knight bad because Hollow Knight is
Okay.
incredible.
What I've
Yeah,
heard
sorry, Brad.
is no, that's all right. What I've heard is that like Silksong is basically just more Hollow Knight, but with like a few quality of life updates, maybe a couple extra mechanics, but it's more or less like the same level of quality. I don't think there's much difference between the two, so I
Yeah.
don't think playing Silksong first will ruin the first game for you.
You'll like it because you said you were playing Metroid on the DS.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the best non-Metroid game, really.
Okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
The art style
I
looks
agree with
really
that.
cool too, and the boss fights look really
does.
fun and interesting.
It's
It
gorgeous.
almost looks like
Beautiful music.
it almost seems a bit Cupheadish in some of those, the way that some of those bosses are animated a bit. No.
Yeah, animation-wise, sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that.
I'd say difficulty as well. Like it does
Yeah.
test you. Like as soon as you get to a new boss, you're like, nah, I've got this. You will probably get smashed.
I will definitely be looking up how-to guides to beat a lot of bosses. Like after like 10 tries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did get a Sonic Racing Crossworlds code today. Have not played it,
Awesome.
but it's downloaded, so I'm gonna play that over the weekend, and I might even have my review up next week. So I'll stay tuned.
Really excited for that.
Me too.
right.
I honestly, it's been no secret. I wasn't like a huge fan of Mario Kart World. I thought the world was a bit empty. I liked how Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was a lot more focused. It had like it was more focused, right? The open world to me was a bit like just a gimmick to make it fresh and new. Whereas I could have just been really comfortable with the Mario Kart 9, with just some extra, like the rail grinding and wall stuff is fine, but that also I think really puts a big skill gap into playing online too. Because if you're not good at taking those shortcuts and stuff, you're just gonna never win because there's always gonna be people better than you. But I did like
just get better.
No, I'm not gonna
fair
do
enough.
that. I'm
Hey,
not that skilled.
Give
Brad,
up
is
like
that-
you did with Silk Song.
Is this the Sonic game that I heard has thrown some shade to Nintendo in their most recent advertising, and they were like
Yeah.
making fun of Mario Kart, a la like the Sega Nintendo Wars of the 90s?
Did
They did. However,
Yeah.
I haven't actually watched that
Oh,
yet,
I
so
haven't
I don't
seen
know
that. That's
exactly what
amazing.
they did.
It's
Oh,
so
I-
funny. It's so
Have
good.
you seen it? I haven't seen the full thing.
Yeah,
I've just
I put it on my story the other day because I was like, this is actually quite impressive. And it's essentially they're saying, like, they make fun of the open world of Mario Kart as boring, like an old 70s caravan that's traveling and it's like really, just slow and mundane. And then, here comes Sonic in his fast vehicle speeding through. And just the way they presented it is play our game for fun, play their game for the open world boringness. Basically. Like it outwardly says it, essentially. And Mario Kart is blurred. But it's Mario Kart.
God, wow.
That's
They
great.
really did that.
Yeah,
It's the confidence, right? They're like, yeah, this is much better.
yeah. How are
Oh,
those
Sonic's
Sega
gone
consoles
crazy.
going again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
How are the
exactly.
Sega consoles going? I like Mario Kart, and I would play. Honestly, if I had friends come over, I'd probably still play Mario Kart 8. As much as I hate to say that, even like, I mean, there's already a whole episode where I talk about it, but I feel like even like unlocking characters in the Grand Prix mode, that was like very not underwhelming because like it wasn't, you didn't have to do as much to unlock everything, which was a choice. But like, I don't know, I like playing Mario Kart games and finding ways to unlock characters, and it just didn't hit the same way in World.
What's your
mm,
go-to Mario Kart world character and kart?
Waluigi.
um,
Not sorry, let me
Yoshi.
rephrase the question. Not just for racing, but like for like just looks cool. It looks cool. Like your
Okay,
favorite one.
Waluigi.
Yeah.
I like. So I usually swap between Yoshi and Rosalina with. Is it the Mac bike or is it Mac bike? I it, I do motorbikes. I don't do carts.
Yes, bikes are better.
Yeah, they are way
Yeah.
better.
Mm.
Way better. What about you?
I go between just Mario with the sort of dirt bike outfit, or sort of like I don't know what I forget his name, but I call him Steampunk Wario, the one where he's got like the big mohawk and all the sort of like leather daddy stuff, and the Rob Hog bike all day. It's just so cool. That motorbike looks like Rob the robot. Yeah. And
I
then, of
miss
course,
Rob.
it's cliche, but cow with the boombox, just like with it in the trailer that was announced. That's. Oh yes, there you go.
The fact that you had that there, hey, you two tied it up before.
Yeah.
I've got that one. And there's two colors of that amiibo too. There's the
Lastly, what I've been watching, I've been on a big Survivor Australia binge.
Oh
I
yeah.
love reality TV, and I started watching Survivor when Survivor Australia vs. the World was airing a few months ago, and now I've gone back to season 1, and it is so freaking good. I love it. Love it. Could I ever do that? Absolutely not, but I love watching it.
That reminds me, I forgot to say I was have started watching the latest Invincible season because we never got around to it because it was around the time my son came into the world.
Yeah.
About 4 episodes in, I'm really liking it so far. I had heard mixed opinions online about it, but I'm really enjoying it, and still chipping away at Peacemaker. And I think Gen V's now started, so
Yes,
I'm
I need
hoping
to
to
start
start
watching
that soon.
Gen V.
The first season was
Nice.
so good. But
Yeah, it was.
anyways, I sidetracked. Berto, what have you been doing?
Yeah.
Much like a few of us, time poor, right? So I've only delved into one thing at a time. I haven't watched anything, but big congrats to the Pit for winning the award for
Yes.
best TV show. Was it best TV, best drama?
Best
It won a
TV
few
ever, I
Just-
believe.
awards. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only television show that I've seen like in a year, essentially, except for The Last of Us. So what I've been doing lately, the past 3 weeks, was passing Lies of P. So, Jeff, I've been reviewing the DLC, and I had to restart the base game to get to the DLC. So I had to replay the whole game, essentially.
Oh, wow.
And so that DLC was hell on earth. It was the hardest game that I've played in a long time. And it was great. I finished it. Review should be out soon, hopefully, which will be enough for me to talk about it. But I decided then to restart the game because I was 3 trophies of a platinum. So then I'm now smashing it without putting any, like, I guess, spoilers. But at the end of the DLC, you get given a weapon that is completely breaks the game, like beyond it. I'm just burning through the game now to a degree where it's just like chaotically fun. You know when you're overpowered, so there's no enemy
that's the
scaling,
best,
so to
though.
speak. It's
the
so
best.
good.
I love
because
when
I'm
games
just
do that.
running through it. It still has its challenges. Like New Game Plus is harder. It is much harder, but because I'm so familiar with it. So now I'm up to like 74 hours playing this game, and
That's insane.
I know, and I wouldn't say I'm nearly done, but once I've got this platinum, that's it. Platinum, the DLC, and the base game, and I'm done. And just for a little bit, I've been playing Kirby, complete opposite of Lies of P, and for the Switch too. Look, that's interesting to play that because it's not for me. Kirby games are a little bit easier, they're a little bit simpler. But my boy loves it. He loves watching me play it, and he's directing me and telling me what to do, and I guess he's my co-reviewer in this one. But
That's
it's
awesome.
been for the Switch too. It's been really interesting to see how I thought it would have looked better, and that's all I'll say for now. But yeah,
Do you think that's because it looked already good in the first place?
I wouldn't say good. It's just you can see how they cut the corners more. That's the
Okay.
strangest thing. Like I'm more aware of what they've done, and you can spot it because it's nowhere to hide. Almost like the limitations are a little bit more present.
Mm.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it was because, and it's the small things that you only really pick up on if you're, I guess, a gamer like us. Like for the untrained eye, it's like, yeah, it looks good, but you can just spot the little minor details and
Have
imperfections.
I'm guessing you haven't made it to like the actual Switch 2 content part of that yet. I
No,
wonder if
no,
that looks different.
I hope so. It's very funny that I'm have to do the exact same thing as Liza P and play the whole game to get to the end in order to play the DLC.
Yeah.
But no,
So your
still
save
looks
file,
good.
your save file from the Switch 1 version of the game doesn't continue over to the Switch 2 version of the game or anything like that?
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know yet.
Oh, you don't have
But
the Switch
when
one.
I review it, I'll find out because I like to find out everything. No, but the demo does if you download the demo.
Oh, you just playing the demo, so yeah.
So no,
Mm,
it's
I would
it's
say it
fascinating.
might, because I think
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild and Tears of the
I think you
Kingdom,
can.
Yeah, that
you
does.
could
I think you
load your
can.
old save.
As long as you got a Nintendo membership for cloud saving, I'm pretty sure.
Mm, yeah.
Oh, sucks.
But that's it. Just 2 games in excess, I suppose.
Yeah,
I'm
awesome.
very happy to hear that you're going for the platinum trophy.
I'd
You're
never
gonna
go
become a
for platinum,
trophy,
Jeff. Just so you know, I hate it. I pay him out
and
all
I
the
love
time.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't see the point. But once I'm getting to a point where I only have 1 or 2 to go, I might as well do it.
What's the point? Like life's so busy. Like once some games
Exactly.
That's what
if you
Ferdo
reach
says
that
all the
point,
time.
there's a climax of enjoyment at some point, and then it's just grinding after that. But like, for what end? Like, you know.
All right, so for
Here we
me,
go.
Here we go.
not
You triggered him.
for
Strap in.
me, my OCD absolutely loves it. I will, I will say that.
Yeah.
Secondly, I don't go for every single game. I look at the trophy list and I'll see if it's doable. If it's like maybe rush through on a second playthrough and just tidy some stuff up, like Birdo, I will go and do it. Or if I really love the game. Like I over the last few years have been slowly chipping away at all the Uncharted games because they're just one of my favorites, and Super Giant Games. So I went back and platinumed every single game they had ever made because I love that studio so much. So
Crazy.
I don't go for the insane ones, but yeah, if it's super grindy, I'll skip over it. But
Yeah, so you
my
stop.
OCD.
If you're not enjoying, you stop though.
Yeah, for the most part, yes.
Yeah.
Unless my OCD is like, oh, you threw away.
I will interject here as someone that like rarely, like very rarely goes for platinum trophies. I do it with games I really love because I want to see like every corner of those games. Like The Last of Us Part 2, I platinumed that and I felt like I knew that game from the back of my hand by the end of it, and it made me appreciate it more.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Some platinum trophy lists, one comes to mind was Hades. That made you get the most out of the game, and you saw so much of the game because of it. But then there was a game I platinumed a few years ago, Death's Door, where it was like playing it on normal difficulty was fun, but then when I played it on the hardest difficulty, it was so much better, and I enjoyed it so much more. So it's like some trophy lists are good. I love when they encourage that stuff to explore and maybe play differently to get the most out of it. But then you'll have Ubisoft that's just like, collect 3,000 feathers. And it's like, I'm okay. But anyways, that's basically everything we've been playing and watching. We are now going to shift over to Nintendo. Brad, take it away.
Yeah, so last week Nintendo held a Nintendo Direct. I'm pretty sure it was the biggest Nintendo Direct in history. It was just over an
7
hour in
hours.
total. 7 hours if you watched
All
it 7
Wish.
times. So the first part of the Direct was some announcements to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Super Mario Brothers, which was on September 13th. And that came with a few pretty decent Mario announcements. So the first one was that the sequel to 2024's Super Mario Brothers movie had its title revealed to be the Super Mario Galaxy movie, which continues to be on track for an April 2026 release, and it said will hold many surprises for fans of every Mario era. So that is exciting. Jeff, over to you because I know you love Super Mario Galaxy. I feel like this might have been in the rumor mill for some time. Are you happy that it's a Galaxy movie?
Yes, I'm ecstatic. Oh my god. What are they going to do with it? Like the
Mm.
Galaxy part, we know that's happening, but you hinted at it before. It's going to have treats and surprises for fans of every Mario game. Like, how are they going to tie in the other stuff? Like, are we going to be flying around in the red power suit at the end, or yeah, and like, and who's gonna do Yoshi? Uh,
And
I don't know.
Rosalina too, maybe.
Yeah, I like it was interesting in the first, because in the first movie we knew it wasn't going to be based on any specific game, but
Yeah.
like I guess my main thought is it going to be heavily tied to the visuals and or story of Galaxy with Rosalina and the Lumas and her storybook, or is it just going to be more of a visual setting, and then they're going to create a
Mm.
new story to tie in with the aesthetic of Galaxy? Either way, I don't care. I'm stoked. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll back to back viewing. Go watch it one day. That's what. Actually, the first movie came out on my 40th birthday, and I took our daughter to see it with me on my birthday, and then I went with some friends the very next day. I saw it 2 days in a row. So, I haven't honestly given it too much thought, apart from the fact that I'm just excited and can't wait to see what they bring with it. In a perfect world, I wouldn't have Chris Pratt voicing Mario, but that's just me. But I'll get over that, and we'll move on. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't thought too much about what it will be. Just very excited for whatever it becomes. So
Yeah.
Just quickly, when's your birthday?
6th of April.
Huh.
Oh, 2nd of
My,
April here.
and mine's the
Oh, really?
4th. We're all 2 days
Yeah.
apart.
That's nuts.
Eric and
Sorry,
Berto. When's yours?
No, just forget me. I'll just leave the podcast. It's
He's
fine.
80.
say
It
it.
doesn't matter. He doesn't remember.
So yeah, I guess we'll all be seeing this movie maybe on our birthdays again next
Yeah.
year. Jamie, I don't know if we were doing the podcast when the movie. I said the movie came out last year, but it came out the year before, so my concept of time is way off. We weren't doing the podcast when this movie came out, so what was your thoughts on the movie? The first
I
one.
thought it was really fun. I really enjoyed it. The missus, she obviously knows Mario. It's like, who doesn't? But she's not a big gamer, as I think I've mentioned before on the podcast, and she had a fantastic time with it as well. So it was one of those games where it's just one of those movies that just brings the game to life in a really magical way. So I really enjoyed what they put together, even if I probably agree with Jeff that maybe we don't need Prouty in there. But
Yes.
even Jack Black, I think, is just overdone at this point. And I'm going to assume Yoshi's going to be cast as Pedro Pascal, and then it's just going to be literally just the same.
Horrible.
You just wait. I will not be shocked if they announce that. But yeah,
Please don't.
I played Galaxy for the first time on this bad boy when it came out on the Switch.
Oh, did
I
you?
had played
Wow.
it. Yeah,
Didn't
that
do
was
it
the
on
first.
Wii.
I was super late adopter to the Wii. It was just around that time period where I had a little break in games, and it just didn't sort of come together. But I loved the game. I thought the soundtrack was absolutely banging. So I'm really curious to see how the soundtrack goes in this. My only issue I had with Galaxy is that the camera felt super outdated. That was the only thing that really sort of annoyed me about that game. But otherwise, I loved it. So I'm really curious to see how the next movie goes, and if we end up maybe getting sort of seeds of spin-offs and everything within this sort of universe, which I wouldn't be surprised.
Jamie,
Mm.
thank you for mentioning the music. I completely forgot. It's the music
So
from
good.
Galaxy.
Best.
It was the first
Yeah.
time we used a full orchestral score in a Nintendo game, like live recorded orchestra, and it is some of the best video game music out there. Is it Gusty Gardens? That level
Yep.
is my
Yep.
favorite piece of video game music. Period. Full
Yeah.
stop.
It's very
And
good.
it's just beautiful. I listen to that that soundtrack weekly.
So we did an article on like the 20 best video game soundtracks of all time, like as a group. And Super Mario Galaxy was included in that article, and Gusty Garden
Awesome.
Galaxy was listed as one of the best tracks on it. So
yes,
Who recommended it? Do you remember?
I did. I'm reading it now.
Yeah.
I
Because
at
we
Can't
all
read
love
that on
Galaxy.
NextPlay.
At
We're all
PAX 2
Galaxy
years
fans,
ago,
yeah.
there was at PAX 2 years ago there was this guy playing video game songs on a piano on like the Sunday, and he like was doing this thing where you have to whatever he plays, you had to guess, and you would win prizes. And he started playing Gusty Galaxy, and like he was like 2 bars into it, and I was up the back screaming, "It's Gusty Galaxy!" And then I won like a headset or something. And
Nice.
yeah, so that's my little very very. I'm probably more excited for the soundtrack than I am the movie for that. So it's gonna be awesome.
Berto, what about you? How do you feel about this sequel?
Okay, so 2 things. The best way to start off the conference was this way, in my opinion, especially when it comes to the excitement level of the movie. I love the movie. I think we're all Galaxy fans. Just like Jeff, I think Galaxy is probably my favorite Super Mario game. Just the music, the combination of the mechanics of the galaxies and the gravity and how it all just blended into one was just beautiful and perfect. Played it on the Wii, not on the remake one or the re-release one. Movie wise, how I said it was a little bit of everything. My only concern was that I hope they don't do like a multiverse type of like, planet where it's 8-bit, a planet where it's like a different style, or a planet where it's like, harkens back to something that is familiar with the Mario franchise. I think that's like the cop-out answer that we might get with a galaxy worth of different stars that have different type of like powers. That's the only thing that I could think of that what it could be. But
I mean, otherwise they just shove like 100 Easter eggs in the movie, which is also
they
fine
will.
for me. Yeah.
which they also do, yeah. But I don't know. Like I was very surprised that they went straight to Galaxy. I would have thought they would have just gone number 2 and then eventually spread out to everything else. But to go straight to there, obviously they have some sort of like story and some sort of like plan for it all, I suppose. But no, very excited.
I wonder who's going to play Rosalina.
Yeah, that's
Jack Black.
That's even if she's in it. Yeah, she should be.
Kevin Hart will.
You'd think that they. Well, that's what I said. I alluded at before. Like, is it going to be just a Galaxy aesthetic, or is it going to be the story to Galaxy? Because if it's the story to Galaxy, they'll have to have Rosalina in there. You can't tell the Galaxy story without Rosalina.
I feel like you can't have the Lumas and not have Rosalina.
Absolutely,
And like,
she's going to be.
Yeah, because
I'm also jumping the gun a
Luma
bit.
popped up at the end, right? Didn't it? And when they revealed the
did.
title. Yeah,
And
she must be.
It did right at the end of the trailer. I think it did the Mario Yahoo or something. We're jumping the gun a bit, but like they're releasing a Rosalina amiibo the same week the movie comes out. So I'd be surprised if she wasn't. You can't have Galaxy without Rosalina. It's just I would be outside Nintendo's offices with a pitchfork protesting if she's not in it. On my birthday.
On all your birthdays.
Yes.
A triforce of birthdays.
All right. So moving on from the movie, they announced that Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 are coming to Switch consoles early next month. That is October 2nd. So we're just a couple weeks away. There will be upgraded visuals for both games, a new assist mode, which is more so for younger gamers or just people that need some more accessibility options. An additional chapter of Rosalina's picture book in Super Mario Galaxy, and a new picture book tale in Super Mario Galaxy 2. And a free update will be available for the games on Nintendo Switch 2, which will allow gamers to play both games at 4K resolution in TV mode or 1080p in undocked mode. Jeff, back to you. These are your favorite games. Are you excited for the visual overhaul? Well, not overhaul, but like the upgrade.
I'll take it, but I don't think it was a deal breaker for me personally. Like I was playing Super Mario Galaxy 2 on my Wii like a month or so ago, and I was like, this looks fine.
Yeah.
It looks great. Of course, it's going to be something that I won't poke a stick at. Apparently, they've redone a lot of the textures as well. Like it's not just like so they've actually gone in. Some people on YouTube have been doing comparison videos, and they've actually like some of the bricks on the opening sequence. You see that the actual surface textures are different. It's going to be really great also for everyone to play Galaxy 2 because obviously it didn't sell as much back in the Wii, and it was great that we got 3D All Stars and so many people got to play Galaxy 1. But Galaxy 2 it's arguably the better game as far as gameplay, in my opinion. But then there's the nostalgia. It's kind of like the Breath of the Wild versus Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom's arguably the better game, but after you let them both sit and cook for a few years, you go, oh, geez, the nostalgia hit of when Breath of the Wild first happened. It's kind of I relate the same thing back to Galaxy 1 and Galaxy 2. Galaxy 2. And all those little extra things, like it's great that there'll be the assist mode for the kids. And I know, sorry, I'm jumping the gun here a little bit, but I'm just really excited to talk about the book that they announced. That they're going to Rosalina's storybook. We're going to be able to buy a copy of that, and it's from Dark Horse as well, which just make the best gaming books.
Yeah. I didn't know Dark Horse was making that, but yeah, you can't go wrong.
Well, apparently, I think Dark Horse on their socials they shared that right after the direct, a few hours later, saying that they were doing it. So I haven't actually. That's the one thing I haven't gone and pre-ordered yet. So, what's not to love? Like it's everything. Galaxy 1 and 2. Better visuals, getting the Amiibo, getting the book, and sorry, I'm just so excited. I feel like I'm hogging all the talking of Galaxy, and
that's all right.
That's good.
Birdo, Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2.
This is where the gravity comes into play with Mario Galaxy. So you're the high, I'm the low, right? I'm going to crash this a little bit and crater it. I was actually quite disappointed. And this is a recurring discussion we'll probably have in this podcast of how excited I am for some things, but once the reality sinks, right? So to re-release Mario Galaxy with very minimal input, or as you said, there's a little bit of texturing and so on and forth, or one little page in Rosalina's book, and then to charge us full price for it, I think is ridiculous, in my opinion. I think when I look at other video games that have been released recently, Expedition 33, brand new game, was at a cheaper price, or below the recommended retail price, and then Silksong, again, challenging the norm, and Nintendo just coming out and saying, "Oh, here you go, $90," and or $100 probably in Australian prices, right? So again, though, I love Amiibos. I did pre-order the Mario one. I didn't pre-order the Rosalina one. Not that I didn't like it. I just like the Mario one. $40 or $45, I think it was.
It's 45.
Crazy, right? So, like, in order to enjoy the experience of both Super Mario Galaxy, which is arguably one of the greatest video games ever made, which is fine, and then Galaxy 2, which is great, like Jeff said, that it's coming for everyone to be available to, and then the Amiibos on top of that, you're looking at $200 if you get everything. Insane.
You don't have to get everything, though.
You don't, but they know that we will. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
that's true.
It's the fact that I don't believe that they should be. And again, it's a Nintendo thing, and I get it because I'm part of the problem because I'm the one with the pitchfork and also going around the corner and buying it anyway. I just think that for the price of re-released Wii games, I think it's absurd. I think it's absurd. I love that it's there, but the price is not right. It should be priced accordingly for everyone to enjoy it, not at a premium price.
There was a point where Galaxy and I think even Galaxy 2 was available on WiiWare, or maybe it was on the Wii U digital shop, and it was only like $15 or so.
True.
And so I can sympathize with you, Berto, when you say, I mean, other people. It's a common comment that your theme that you're talking about right now across the gaming community, everyone seems to be a bit up in arms about the price. But I guess you vote with your wallet, and I personally will be. I'm happy to pay those prices. Like,
Yeah, of course.
I also, this is the problem, the hoarding side of collecting. I'm stoked to have like another physical version of it to go on the shelf. Like I like the big case and the little case sat next to each other side by side. But yeah, I'm getting it day one, no matter. Did you actually pre-order it, Berto? The game? I know you said
I pre-ordered not the game. I'm waiting for to see how it goes because I got the 3D All Stars because it was limited, right? So I was like, okay, I'm definitely buying it. And plus, I thought it was good value for money. 3 retro games that I don't have access to because they all got stolen, right? Mario 64, Galaxy, and what was the third one? Sunshine. I think.
Sunshine, yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I was like, sweet as, like $60, I think it was back then. $69.
And they haven't said either way if this one is going to be a timed release in any way, physical or digital. But the fact that they haven't said it probably leans towards the fact that it won't be a timed release. It'll probably be available in retail stores much longer than 3D
freely.
were. Yeah, but it is a bit interesting that there's within just on the one, like you can still buy. If you can buy, because people say, "Oh, you can't buy 3D All Stars anymore physical." I'm like, you can. There's secondhand copies of them everywhere. Like, they're probably not as cheap as retail, but about $100, you can pick one up any day of the week. And the fact that you can still, there's going to be 2 physical copies of the same game almost within one generation is a bit interesting, I suppose. But this one's got Mario Galaxy 2 on it, so each to their own. I'm buying it.
I haven't researched, but I don't know if the Super Mario Galaxy in that bundle is like the exact same as the one they're releasing in a couple of weeks. I don't know if it's like, was that just a port? Were they just ports of the original games? Were they remasters or just
believe they were.
Okay.
I think they're just ports.
I don't own it, so I don't know. But
obviously, the one on 3D All Stars isn't going to have the extra pages in the storybook. But I think aside from that, I don't think there's really going to be any huge difference. When there's like, I'll put my hand up and admit to this. Often, when there's those side-by-side videos of like not complete remakes, but just remasters, and they're like, here's the old one, here's the new one. I really struggle to see the difference a lot of the time.
So do I.
I'm like, everyone's like, oh my god, and I'm like, it looks so much better. And I'm just saying, like, do I need to get my eyes checked? Like, I can't tell a difference. Like, for like 95% of it, I can't tell a difference. And if it was without the side-by-side comparison, it's even less noticeable to me. So I'm just a big believer in gameplay trumps everything.
Of course.
Yeah. So,
Jamie, do you have anything to add on Galaxy 1 and 2?
Oh, I have opinions. So going by the back of the box of this, these were HD graphics. That's what they said, enhanced HD graphics for the All Stars. This one.
Okay.
There you go. All right. So I understand both points of view with this one. I thought this was a good price as well with the 3 games. I hated the limited release shit. Like, you shouldn't have to go and seek out like a Facebook Marketplace copy or a secondhand copy. Like, they did the whole FOMO. Like, they literally just tried to capitalize on FOMO. I thought that was a horrible practice. I don't believe it was good. Anyways, in terms of the other things, I'm like Birdo. I think the quality of the amiibos themselves are getting better and better as it goes. you can see it with the price going as well, compared to some of like the basic amiibos I have from back in the day, just sitting right here that I prepared earlier. The newer ones look amazing. Like my Donkey Kong one that I haven't even opened looks aesthetically so much better and more detailed than some of the original amiibos. So I understand why they've gone up in price. It still kind of sucks. I'm like you, Bodo. I have only pre-ordered the Mario one and not Rosalina. But the book itself looks great. That's sort of one of those that I would love to read to the kid if I could. But like looking online, I don't think there's anything about the Australian release at this stage from what I've been able to see. It's $25 American. So we're looking, what, roughly maybe 45, 50 here. If it's readily available, like you can just get it at a department store, like I will pick this up. But if I have to go and get into a queue to order it before all the scalpers get it, then I'm just not going to bother. As for the games, I'm a little disappointed just because like I'm happy that I get to play Galaxy 2, which I have never played. So let's just put that out there. But like I already have Galaxy 1 here in this copy for my Switch. And as just so Jeff and everyone else listening and watching knows, I don't have a Switch 2 yet. So like I'm have to either buy the digital copy on its own for what I saw is probably about 50, 60 bucks just to play Galaxy 2, or as a physical collector, have to fork out the 80 or so dollars to buy one game, even though I already got it on this here limited release. So I don't know. I feel a little shafted on that because I thought the whole idea of just including Galaxy on this would be that 2 would come out in maybe another collection at some point. But to then make the new collection and then include something that was already on the first one just sort of feels a little... I'm more mixed. I'm not as angry as Birdo, and I'm not as crazy as excited as Jeff. I'm probably sitting in the middle there with that. Will I still buy it? Yeah, I probably will, because I want to play it.
Maybe.
But again, like, we're part of the problem.
You're gonna
with your wallets.
You're all gonna buy it. You know?
Yeah, exactly. I will.
You're
no,
on a
100%.
podcast talking about Nintendo. You're buying it.
As I said, like the Mario Amiibo comes out on my birthday next year, so I was like, that's a good excuse to use the money. I haven't told the missus I pre-ordered it, but I have, and she doesn't listen to the show.
Have you guys
I'll give
seen
her the
the size
timestamp.
comparison? Have you guys seen the size comparison of the new Amiibo that
Yes,
that
I
initially
have.
came out? Yeah, so that
I
kind
saw.
of
I think Fox posted a comparison.
yes, that kind of leans into the pricing argument a little bit too, because they're significantly bigger. Yeah, even looks to be even bigger than the new Donkey Kong and Pauline Amiibo as well. So
going by the images, it reminds me of sort of that massive Detective Pikachu Amiibo that came out. Like it sort of seems to be similar to that. But yeah, I'm mixed. I'm happy to play it. I wish that they had thrown another game in there just for people who did. Like, let's be honest, the hardcore fans of Nintendo have the All-Stars collection. So just the double dipping nature of that. It's just a little frustrating for me. But
I don't think they could
Jeff's right. I will buy it.
I don't think they could have thrown another game in because I think it's coming under the whole umbrella of their sort of galaxy marketing in tied with the movie. So that's probably why they were.
Oh yeah, they want to cash in with it. That's why the Amiibo are coming out more probably around when the movie's coming, and not so much when this release is
Game. Yeah.
They're smart. They know what they're doing in the
They know
boardroom meetings.
what they're doing. Yeah.
Well, I'm a little more positive on these games. I don't think I finished Super Mario Galaxy, and I haven't played Galaxy 2, so like I'll be playing that for the first time in 4K resolution. Yeah, I'm excited about that.
You're gonna love it.
I will. I know I will. I don't know when I'll have time to play it, but yeah, keen to when I do. Next, they announced Mario Tennis Fever, which is out on February 12th next year. The game is, if you didn't know, a tennis game and features 30 Fever rackets, each with different effects, and 38 playable characters, which is the most in the series. And it also features an adventure mode featuring Baby Mario and the rest of the baby cast, which is interesting. I've never played a Mario Tennis game, so I don't really have an opinion on this. Anyone?
They're so good. Yeah, Mario Tennis is awesome. Mario Tennis 64 was awesome. I think the GameCube one wasn't too bad. It kind of declined in quality, I feel. almost like Mario Golf. It started off really strongly and it kind of like didn't get as good as it could have been. I think the Switch ones tried to redeem itself a little bit. The
Mario Golf
adventure
on the
mode though is
Switch was
interesting.
awesome.
Was it? I never played
Yeah.
it. That's the thing.
What's it called?
Should have played it properly.
Super Rush or something? What's it?
Yeah, something like that. Sounds about right.
Yeah, that was, and I kind of get the same vibes. What was it? Yeah, Mario Golf Super Rush. I'm kind of getting the same vibes with this new tennis game. It almost seems like they're got a bit of a Smash Bros thing too, with the special meter and all that going on. I personally am not. It looks awesome overall. I'm really stoked for it. But the only thing that stood out to me that I was a bit off was that story mode with doing the baby characters. I was a bit like, oh, it would have been kind of cool if they just kept it as the regular Mario characters.
Okay, I think we're all in a group consensus on that part.
It depends.
Yeah.
If there's baby Waluigi, then it's fine.
No,
Whatever.
he loves Waluigi. Just so you know, Jeff. There's a running theme here.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
It's the
just
best
muted.
character. I host the show.
I think some of the power-ups look really fun in the context of a tennis game as well.
Yeah.
Like just that little part of the
same.
trailer with the cactus guy going in front of the net back and forth. Yeah, and there's
I
a
think
whole bunch of different online modes. Oh, also motion
Yeah.
controls. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Just
motion controls. Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Wii Sports, like, and especially
Mm.
tennis.
Yeah, I
think a
Thousands
few
of
people are.
hours. Yeah, and in the trailer when they go, you can lightly swing the Joy-Con to play in whatever mode they call that. But I hope it controls similar to how Wii Sports did. Having said that, Switch
Yeah.
Sports tennis, I didn't think it was anywhere near as fun as Wii Sports tennis.
Mm.
But I'm pretty excited to use the new Switch 2 Joy-Cons on that new Mario tennis game in handheld mode, and definitely strap that Joy-Con strap to my wrist and not send my Joy-Con flying through the TV. But
I can't wait for the fail videos of people breaking their TVs.
Again.
Yeah, it's. On a side note, last Halloween, I made, some of you might have seen it, I made a large Wii remote costume.
You
and
did, yes, I remember.
Yeah,
I remember that, yeah.
I wore that to Brisbane Comic-Con or Supernova as well and walked around in that all day like a total idiot that I am. But I still have that. It's sitting in our shed, and I picked
Oh
up
my
a big
God.
flat screen TV on Marketplace the other day that was free because it doesn't work, because I'm going to make a reel where I go out in the backyard and dressed up as my Wii remote and just run at that TV on milk crates at full speed, and just it will destroy the TV and that costume, but that'll be its like Viking send off. So look out for that one.
Off to Valhalla.
Yes, yeah. But what
great.
was the game called? Mario Tennis something? Whatever.
Fever.
Fever.
Mario
Yeah.
Tennis Fever.
Yeah, it looks good. I think
it
it'd be
does.
a good co-op game
Yeah.
as well.
I hope so.
I did like that they were including like Wonder Flowers or Wonder
Yes, I
as
forgot about
well. I like that they're kind of utilizing that in other games. Because I really liked the Super Mario Brothers Wonder and what they did with, like, I can't even remember what they're called. Were they Wonder Seeds or something?
Yeah, one.
Yeah.
Something. Yeah. Yeah. Cool to see them return as well. Speaking of Super Mario Brothers Wonder, a Nintendo Switch 2 edition has been announced. The latest game from the Switch generation to get a Nintendo Switch 2 edition. And the add-on to this title is called Meetup in Bellabel Park, which launches next autumn. Meetup in Bellabel Park adds a heap of new multiplayer modes to the original game. And also a talking flower toy has also been announced and will release in autumn next year.
Yes.
Well,
love
Jeff's
your positivity.
excited for this.
Yeah, I reckon. You just cut to him every time.
I kind of wish there was some interactivity that the flower does, but it is just spitting out random things. Not that I would
Can you
ever
tell it what
buy
to
it.
say?
Well, it's got a
No.
button. You see, it's got a button at the front of it. So is it only going to talk when you press the button? Like,
I
I
think
can't
it was,
imagine it's got emotions.
I don't know. I think it just
Look at
randomly
if you look at the full
talks.
image. There's a It's definitely a button at the front of
Mm,
it. So who knows? It's a
I
Probably
cool
don't
as
just
know.
to
hell.
turn on and off, though. To be fair.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, I won't be grabbing it. Back to Bellabel Park, right? So I like that. I still am on the fence about these um Switch to Edition plus something.
Yep.
Why are you making the title so long? um
Yeah.
and also like with uh Mario Party Jamboree's add-on, was not a fan of it at all.
Yep.
It the way that that was a whole separate mode, and it wasn't even like part of the original game. It had its own menu before you even go into the game, which is strange to me. I thought it should have just been a mode in Mario Party Jamboree, not a whole separate thing. I've ranted about that enough though. Um, these Switch to Edition things, like, just give us DLC to download. I don't want to like buy the game again or like pay an upgrade. Just give me downloadable content and I'll buy it if I want to.
So are these just all multiplayer modes? Is that essentially what
Yep.
the add-on is? Like party
Yes.
games?
Whole bunch
Party
of
games.
mods.
Or
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Look pretty fun though.
yeah, they
But
do look really fun.
but but Brad's right. They do seem very DLC-ish. Like, is it
Mhm.
at what point do we go? What is a true Switch 2 version? Like, compared to just DLC that's been rebranded as a Switch 2 version. And,
Mm. And Wonder
and
already looked phenomenal on the Switch,
Yeah.
so I
It's
don't.
beautiful.
yeah,
Visually,
Yeah,
I
it
can't
is.
imagine it looking any better than what it did.
I would have liked to have had some more levels in just the regular Wonder thing as well. They're not
Yeah.
doing that,
Yeah.
are they? I didn't miss that, did I?
I
It's
don't
just
So
think
all the
so.
extra stuff.
as far as I know, there's no extra content for like the base game. It's just all these
Yeah.
multiplayer, which is a
Yeah, so
shame.
it's like they've just added a bunch of multiplayer modes to try and justify like a full price title instead of just bringing it over. So
Mm,
I don't
Yeah.
know.
yeah.
Yeah.
I loved Wonder. Wonder was great, and I love the Wonder seeds. Once you start doing all the drugs and all the levels go absolutely trippy, they were great.
Yeah.
That's this one, right? I'm not confusing with a different
No,
game. I
that
was
that
like,
you're
You do
right.
drugs
You're
when you
right.
play Wonder? I'm like,
who knows? Anyways,
Hey, it's Friday night.
yeah. Wonder was great, but yeah, the actual like multiplayer like modes doesn't really appeal to me at all. But I don't have a Switch 2 anyway, so I'm not targeting an audience.
Mm. It almost, yeah, I don't know. I I
I
don't know
know.
how much I don't know how much extra they're selling with these Switch 2 editions. Because the Switch was out for so long, I feel like people might have, and everyone owned a Switch. Like, you feel like people would have already played these games. It just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. It made sense during the Switch's life cycle to bring Wii U games over because not a lot of people bought Wii U's,
Three
um,
people, yeah.
Yeah.
including me.
But
Yeah.
I had one.
we're not the
I
full
love the Wii U.
spectrum of Nintendo or buying audience. If you think from a business perspective, there's always
Mm,
new kids
Yeah.
every couple of months coming of age where parents are going, "Hey, it's time to get your first console." And sure, some of those
true.
parents will have a budget conscious decision and buy
Mm,
a Switch One, but more often than not, they're going to go, they're like, through peer
just give me
pressure of
the
their own
best
kids.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to go, "What's the new one?" They'll get that. And so there are
Mm,
new people coming into Switch 2 who haven't played Breath of the Wild, who haven't played Wonder, who haven't played all this library of fantastic games like Kirby, and
mm,
they'll go, "Well, why would I buy the Kirby one when I can buy this, Forgotten Land, with the Switch 2 version?" And of course, all the retail people are talking them up, going, "Buy this
well,
one; it's
yeah,
got more
they have
content."
they have KPIs to meet.
You bloody buy
Yeah,
this one.
yeah. So we are not the full spectrum of the Nintendo's buying audience. Like, we're
No.
probably the more vocal of that spectrum, but that doesn't necessarily mean
We're the early
we're not.
adopters.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
never going to be upset about games on older platforms coming to newer ones because I think that's really important. Even if things are released on like 4 uh consoles in a row, I'm still happy for that because I don't like it when games get like kind of locked behind
Yeah.
something that came out 15 years ago. So I'm all for that. It's just I'm not a fan of these Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus something.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know.
It makes it
Birdo,
hard with
mm,
Wii U and 3DS though. Certain
yeah.
games and
Well,
game
yeah.
styles, and they're not really portable, and they're not really
No.
emulation either. Like some of the things that really did utilize two screens, like Star
Yeah.
Fox Guard, oh no, Star Fox Zero, where you had to use the gamepad and the TV screen, the one that everyone hated the
Mm,
controls with, which was just people who just sucked at controls. Um, like you're not going to be able to port that to Switch, and
no.
Star Fox Guard as well, the little bonus game that came with that, and Nintendo Land. Like I always tell people, they're like, "Oh, I'm going to buy a Wii U. What should I get?" I'm like, make sure if you buy one game on Wii U, you buy Nintendo Land because it's
So
the
much
best
fun.
Nintendo. Oh,
Yeah.
I
The
have games
ghost
night in
mode,
my
I
house.
love the ghost mode.
Yes, the Luigi one.
Mm.
I have games night in my house pretty regularly, like every month or two, and that's 8 times out of 10, we'll bust out Nintendo Land on the Wii U and play that.
Mm.
Mm,
Mario, even just Mario Chase and the Link and the Zelda ones. But yeah, so it's sorry, Brad, to get back what you were saying. Yeah, it's I'm with you, but it's I sometimes think about the 3DS and the Wii U and how sad that some of these games probably will never get ported over to a modern console just because they can't without a big
Yeah.
redesign in gameplay, which is
yeah.
a bit of a bummer.
They have effectively ported some over.
Mm,
But I realize there are definitely a lot of games that just simply couldn't be without rehauling the whole thing.
yeah.
Um, Birdo,
Yeah,
Super Mario
totally agree.
Brothers
You guys are all
Wonder.
saying the same thing.
Okay,
The only
cool.
thing was the psych out. Like when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, sweet, the second one's coming." And then they're like,
Oh, really?
"Super Mario Wonder plus DLC," and I hate it. I hate how they're getting into this little niche of, like you mentioned, re-releasing the games that we just played, but with minimal effort to get a better return on investment. I would say because it's using the same assets, etc. However, like just make a sequel. Just do it. Have the confidence to do it. Like do something like that. The flower, though, I love the flower. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's so ridiculous. It's great. I
I did not expect
it's
you to
it's
say
it's
that.
cool.
That wasn't on
How
my
much is
bingo
Yeah,
it,
me
card.
by
neither.
the way?
No,
Where
this
are
is
you
what I
going to
mean.
put
This yeah.
Where do you put the flower? Does it go in the games room? Or does it go in the
In the
garden?
bin.
One for each room.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's yeah.
Or does
Yeah.
it go like in the living room somewhere, like near your pot plants and stuff? Or is it
No, as soon
again?
as you walk into the house, it should be right there. And it should say hello or whatever it says. It's pre-recorded messages.
It's going to be funny when someone eventually hacks that thing and makes it say rude things as well.
Oh, yes. They definitely will.
And that
Yeah, do we
person's
know
name
a
will be Birdo.
do we know a
Yeah,
price for that
100%.
at all?
Um,
No,
No.
there's no
$100.
price.
I wouldn't be shocked. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. Pricing hasn't been announced as of yet. All right, so wrapping up the last of the Super Mario Brothers portion of the direct, Yoshi has a new game. Yay. There is a new side-scrolling adventure game featuring Yoshi called Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, and that launches next autumn on Nintendo Switch 2. Might I say, they announced a lot for autumn, so we are eating good at the start of next year.
Yes.
The game features beautiful stop-motion-like animation and whimsical music, and everything Yoshi discovers on his adventure will be filled into the mysterious book he's trying to help. I am very excited for this game. I really love that stop motion animation
Yeah.
style. We saw it in South of Midnight earlier this year, which I adored, and I still think that game is underrated as hell. It was so good. Yeah, I would almost say this might be my game of the show.
Really?
Really?
Maybe second
That's
or third.
impressive.
When we talk about the rest, I might change my mind, but it's really up there for me. Jamie, how do you feel about Yoshi and the Mysterious Book? And by the way, I do pronounce Yoshi Yoshi. I know I said Yoshi before, but I flip-flop between those pronunciations.
So yeah, on one hand, I'm keen for the Green Dinosaur to come back. I love the Yoshi games. I usually play them with the missus though. That's one of those nice. They're not too challenging. She's willing to play it. They're cutesy, and it's always a wonderful experience. Now, literally, I was Googling to try and get an answer to my question whether this is single player or not. On Nintendo's website, they list it as one player, which is disappointing for me because I love those experiences because I can get the missus to grab a controller and play. But so that's disappointing for me. I would have loved to have played that with her because this art style looks lovely. I think the game looks great, but I probably won't be in a rush to go grab it, just simply the fact that I can't have that co-op experience. I'm so used to Yoshi doing that. You know what I mean? In the previous ones that I've played with all the different cutesy art styles, it's always had the second player option, even if it's just like a support and they don't really do too much, but it's always been a good excuse. So a little disappointed that it is just single player, but like it does look absolutely gorgeous and probably be a blast.
I love how they really do experiment with art styles in Yoshi games. Like, I think
Yeah.
it's like when you hear there's a new Yoshi game coming, you always think, oh, what are they doing now? Yeah. Berto, what did you think of this game?
Yeah, surprised, and it looks beautiful. Like, genuinely, it looked so impressive. Not for me, however, like, not for me at all. And then I thought, is it for my kids? And I'm like, with my boy.
It looks great. I love it. Nah.
Probably.
Yeah. Straight, no, because no, legit, because I'm playing Kirby. I'm like, this looks good and it's fun, but it's just not for me. Like, I'm not engaged with it. You know what I mean? No, it's not. And anyway, like, I was thinking about my boy, and he's 3, so he's like, will he play it? Well, he's obsessed with Spider-Man and Venom right now. So, like, I'm like, oh yeah, let's go from this hardcore Spider-Man Venom thing to a little dinosaur drawing.
Hey, Yoshi is hardcore, okay?
But yeah, not for me.
Who did
Looks
that?
great. More power for everyone.
I did that.
He's actually here.
Pretty good, right?
It's in the background. He's hiding behind the TV.
He's in my drawer as well.
Oh, that was awesome.
Jeff, what
I
about
love Old
you?
Mate's. Got 3 things. Old Mate in the book, his mustache is amazing.
Yes, it is.
The music,
Not as good as
I'll let you in
mine,
this.
but-
Yeah, never. Brad, I like how you alluded to how it's really cool how they experiment with the art styles. Like Woolly World was my favorite art style of all of them. It's just beautiful, and it made some really cool interactions with the string and stuff in the gameplay of that game. And I think without straying too far from the theme of Yoshi games, I think in the same sense they've also experimented a bit with the music as well. It's a bit more like just like a bit of a relaxed sort of plonky sort of vibe to it all, and I think it is suit the music that's in the trailer is going to suit that new art style, and
definitely.
And did you see the part of the trailer? I don't want to call him an enemy, but there's the big green sort of giant bean looking guy. That looked cool. I don't know what he is, but I'm excited to climb up on him and play that part of the game. That looks really, really fun. So yeah, you don't often see massive big enemies or big creatures like that in some of those games. So yeah, I'm excited. And I wonder if because remember, speaking of Amiibo, those Yoshi Woolly World Amiibos, the stitched ones,
they're awesome.
Like,
yeah,
and they're pretty desirable. Like, I wonder if we'll get. I wonder if whatever they make, if they make a Yoshi Amiibo for this new game, if it'll have that same effect. Yeah,
that would be pretty cool. I'd buy that.
I'll buy that too. Yeah, I'll buy that too. Yeah.
The game that you like, not for you.
Nah, not at all.
All right. Well, that wraps up that part of the direct. Now into the normal 40-minute direct.
Jeez.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So again, I am touching on. I'm touching on the main announcements. The smaller ones that were like in compilation reels, like quick snippets, we won't be talking about. But feel free to bring it up at the end if I missed anything. So first off the bat, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade is officially out on Nintendo Switch 2 on January 26th. January 22nd. So a few Australian outlets got to go hands-on with this recently, And Kieran B from Well Played said Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade doesn't just seem like an impressive Nintendo Switch 2 port that'll grab headline from gaming and tech outlets, praising its proximity to the real thing. So he played it and he said that there wasn't really any compromise from the PS4 version, which it was originally released on, which is pretty good to hear. Across the board, I've seen that the performance and how it looks is pretty remarkable for a handheld console. And I think the price was only $70, which I was expecting them to like charge $100 for it, knowing how sought after that franchise is. Will anyone be grabbing this?
Already got it.
I already played
it.
I was waiting for Birdo to build up a huge compliment about it and then take a massive dump on him.
I'm leaving that for the end. For the whole direct, I got a big rant going on.
Yeah.
Taking notes.
Nah, not for me.
No.
Just not out of not wanting the game. It just I'm making more selective choices about what I buy moving forward because I'm running out of space and time. So another day.
Well, I've pre-ordered it, so
Of course you have.
I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, Jeff.
Awesome.
Very
Huge.
keen. I probably won't play
Never
it.
shuts
I
up
just
about it.
need it for my collection. So
For the pile of shame.
yes.
What are we going to do when we're retired? When we're all old and we're retired, we'll come back
Exactly.
to this pile.
Yes, I'll be playing Final Fantasy VII Remake for the 10th time.
I'm playing another port.
I'll be senile enough to play a Yoshi game. Put it that way.
Turn-based games would be good for when we're old and our reaction times are crap and we've got riddled with arthritis and we just want to play strategy-based turn-based games where you just think,
oh,
maybe that's why I like them already, because my reaction times are already bad.
I don't know what's going on half the time.
Next, Hades 2 is getting its full release. So it's been in like early access since I think earlier this year. And that will be releasing on PC, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2 next week on September 25th.
It's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's
I didn't realize
so good.
it was that close. Jamie, you're a huge Supergiant Games fan and a huge Hades fan. You excited for this to come out?
I'm excited that it's coming to Switch because that means it will eventually come to PlayStation. Like, that's where I want to play it. I, as I said at the start of the show, I've got all the platinums for Supergiant Games. So, of course, I'm going to go and get the Hades 2 version when it comes to PlayStation consoles. And then go for that platinum. Supergiant Games, I always rave about them, but just in case anyone doesn't know, Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, Hades, the studio is incredible and it somehow continues to get better and better. I've heard nothing but great things about Hades 2, and it's great to see it finally move off of PC and onto consoles. That means it will probably, as I said, be coming out probably next year would be my guess. It comes to other consoles. I'm super hyped for that. And like, I want to sit that on my shelf with the other physical copies that I've got of Supergiant. Yeah, I'm really hyped to play it, but this is just not the location where I would.
Do you think we'll get the PlayStation release when the physical comes out later in the year? I feel like maybe.
Well, from memory, I do believe it came to Switch first, but I could be wrong and mixing that up with Hollow Knight, because I know Hollow Knight did that. But regardless, I know it ended up coming out because I got it on my collection now, but I think it was only for Hades. Like, you could still pick that up for like $29. Like, it's insanely cheap. And it's incredible value. Like, if you go for the platinum, you're putting in over 100 hours, and it doesn't feel like that.
None of us are going for the platinum.
Yeah, I'm not going for the platinum, bro.
I'm convincing the people watching. Anyways, Hades is fantastic, and yeah, I have absolutely not heard a bad thing about Hades 2. So it's great to see it get a spotlight like this in a Nintendo Direct very early on as well. So I think that's great for it.
Yeah. Need the physical. That's all I'm waiting for. I just want the physical.
Yeah.
Nintendo,
Same with
and
Silk
like
Song,
you,
basically.
yeah, like Jamie, I'm the opposite to you. So I've collected all Supergiant games on my Switch, not on the PlayStation. So I just want the Switch 2 case, physical, Hades 2. The only thing is realizing that it's being released next week. It's really going to be interesting now, the game of the year, because if Hades 1 is almost as perfect as a video game can be, like it's very rare that I can say that, but it genuinely is. It's so damn good. So I can only imagine what 2 would be like. It's going to be very impressive.
It's a stacked year. I think a few people are going to be upset when the Game of the Year discussions take place later. Jeff, any hype around Hades 2?
No, I haven't played a Hades game, so
Fair enough.
not much to add to that one. Sorry, but looks rad on the trailer.
Well,
Looks like something I'd
maybe
be into.
maybe Kirby Air Riders is your jam, because they announced 2 new Amiibo that will launch alongside the game on November 20. These Amiibo can be used in-game to summon bigger players that you can train and level up. And a new Kirby Air Riders Direct will be coming soon too. Are you keen for Air Riders? Jeff?
I haven't played the first one, so I watched that Sakurai
No one
Direct the other week. Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks cool. And there's and the Amiibo too. I really like how the Amiibo are interchangeable. How you can swap the characters and the carts around. And so that'll be fun. And yeah, it's sort of that combination of Mario Kart and Smash mixed together. But it's going to be playable. The demo is going to be. I think Nintendo announced that they're at PAX and what games they're bringing.
Yes, actually,
Yeah.
yes.
So I'm going to go to PAX. I don't know if you guys are going, but I'm going to PAX this year.
Just me.
And so I'll be keen to go and give that a try on the floor. And yeah, it looks fun. 2 buttons, unlike the GameCube version. Just 1 button. We've got to use 2 buttons now. So
Crazy.
yeah.
Mind blowing.
Yeah. But it seems like there's a lot built into the gameplay for such simple controls, though. So obviously, everyone likes to make the joke like, "Oh, we're using 2 buttons now." But it's obviously going to be a bit more than that. Apparently, it's all. I think it's an interesting thing how you're working towards that challenge at the end of each race. That you sort of there's a lot of strategy in how you stack things up. So training up your Amiibo pretty cool, kind of like how we all used to do in Smash. So. Yeah, more Amiibo, more very big, very expensive Amiibo. Where are we going to put all these Amiibo? Like,
no way,
All
because
in
I'm
your
not
room.
buying any of
I'll
them.
just hold them there.
yeah, I've got. If I was to look around this room, in this room there is every single Zelda Amiibo that's ever been released.
You're gonna have to build another room.
Yeah, and I'd have close to 100 Amiibo in this room, and then I've got tubs of it in the garage of stuff, and I just sold off a bunch of doubles, all my doubles as well. So yeah, anyway, but yeah, no, it's pretty keen to. Is anyone else going to be picking up Air Riders?
I need to see more. Or okay, if I play the demo,
do you need to see more? There was an hour direct. You don't need to see
needs
more.
another hour.
There's another. Sakurai's doing another direct.
I know. He doesn't want to stop talking
Insane.
about it, and I love him for it.
I was
Yeah, I love
surprised there
Sakurai,
was
though.
another direct
he's so
announced. I was
passionate.
like, really?
He's going to talk about the 3rd button. We're going to be using 3 buttons.
Yes.
Get out! No way!
You heard it here first. Jeff, another game I know you're excited for because we spoke about it earlier in the week. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment.
Yes.
Which will also be at PAX as well. So I'm excited about that. This is a game that is set in the world of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, and that launches officially on November 6th. Keen?
I'm very
Jeff?
excited.
Yeah.
Very excited. That's possibly the game I'm most excited for in the entire direct. So
Oh, wow.
as you mentioned, it's billed as a prequel to Tears of the Kingdom in the same way that Age of Calamity was a prequel to Breath of the Wild, but it wasn't really canon. It was sort of set in a sort of like alternate universe. So and I think Nintendo have been pretty open in saying, hey, this is all connected and going to be true lore. So and the Zelda community is known for its lore heads. So it's it's
Yeah.
a double header for us Zelda fans. It's gonna be an amazing game with great gameplay, and it's gonna be answer a lot of questions around the lore. So even in the main cover artwork as well, there's that there's the I forget what everyone's alluding to, like that ancient hero sort of, because obviously if Zelda's traveled back in time to pre the imprisoning war, Link's not going to be there, because if you've played it through with without spoiling Tears of the Kingdom, but like Link can't go back to this period of time, so we need kind of a Linkish character, and that looks like what that character on the artwork's going to be. And I loved playing Age of Calamity, going back to that Breath of the Wild world, where you spend a lot of time in the early part of the game, in the main game, fighting like one moblin or something like that, and it takes several hits, and it's quite a bit of a battle to take down a Hinox or something. But in these games, you just swing your weapon, you take out a whole bunch of them at once.
It's so
And then, of
satisfying.
course, and then in Tears of the Kingdom, we had all the Zonai devices, and in this game, we're going to be able to use those Zonai devices.
True.
And wipe out hordes of any and combine them together, and then you're going to be working. You can team up with the different characters and the old sages, and then the combination of character teaming up and then combining those team ups with different Zonai devices, I think was just going to deepen and strengthen the strategy element, which will sort of take away for all the naysayers like, oh, it's just a hack and slash game. I think it's going to be a bit deeper than any other kind of Warriors game in its gameplay, with those elements in there. So, and I'll just side note, sorry, I know I'm going a lot on this, but for all us pre-order nerds who like to collect everything, France has got like a notebook. So it's just all the different regions are starting to trickle through with what their various pre-order bonuses, and France has this really cool notebook, and Japan has a, what do they call it? Like, not like a collector's set, like a treasure set or something, similar to how Japan had the collector's edition for
Do
Age
we
of
get
Calamity.
anything?
No, we don't get anything.
No, we don't exist.
No, we don't
no,
exist.
so like
Correct.
Amazon, you have to go like Amazon Japan or one of those other importing websites. Well, I'll definitely be doing it. I know some other Zelda nerds in like America and stuff have already pre-ordered that Japanese one. So I'm stoked for this game. I can't wait to play it. Split screen co-op play as well. I remember, and on the Switch 2, the frame rate and the graphics should handle really well, because that was probably the biggest downside to the first Age of Calamity. The graphics were pretty terrible, but all seems like, and that playing as a little Korok guy, just kicking ass, throwing seeds everyone. It's gonna be who else is anyone else keen for this one, or is it just me that's losing my lunch over this?
This is coming out towards like the end of like the big game review season, so I will probably be buying this to just like chill out at the end of the year, because I love those, like, I don't know, I just have really fun memories of playing the first one on the Wii U and just like chilling and just mashing buttons, and it's so fun.
Satisfying, taking out a whole horde of them with one sword swing.
Really, Jeff, I'm really glad you're on this podcast, because I have
here you go. Build us all up, take a huge jump on it.
I don't have anything. No.
Here's
the only good thing that I have.
Here's the compliment sandwich. Strap in, boys.
The compliment sandwich. Yeah. So you got to go. You got to go good, negative, positive. Looks great. Overpriced. Not for me. Nah, it's fine. It's genuinely okay.
Trademark.
I'm glad. Yeah, I reckon. I'm glad that it's on the Switch 2, and the Switch 2 is actually running it well. That was my biggest issue with the one before on the Switch. What was it called again? I forgot, because you mentioned it heaps of times, and I just couldn't do it. But I'm glad that the hardware is finally kept up to the software. But it doesn't, like you said, it's more than meets the eye to it. I think when people have a perception of this game, I think they're going to be taken aback. I think it's going to be quite deeper than expected. A little bit more mechanics into it, and it looks good.
Come over to my house and we'll play split screen together.
Okay.
And then you'll love it.
Eventually.
Moving away from Nintendo for a slight second, Dragon Quest VII, originally released in 2000, is getting a remake, or a reimagining. The Dragon Quest VII Reimagined will trade the pixel art style of the original for a new handcrafted aesthetic and will feature voice acting, with towns and environments also being reimagined with diorama-like CG that delivers intricate detail while preserving the warm, cozy atmosphere. And that is out on February 5th. Berto.
Yep.
Oh,
I got a lot to say for this one.
Jamie, I did
Oh,
not expect you to
Jamie.
jump into this.
Me neither. So I just want to say, and it might just be myself, I don't know what the reception has been to the visual style of this game at all online. I think it looks super ugly. I think the visuals of the
Really?
faces
Oh,
look like
really?
memes. I think they look
like
like
it.
memes. Like, they don't look real. I was like, I thought it was like a, I don't know. I just think the facial features on these things look really strange
They're
to me.
people.
I don't like it at all. They don't look good. The art style
Okay.
that they've gone, I really don't like the direction of it at all. I was like confused what they were trying to achieve, but I don't know what everyone else has said online. I might be the outlier here. I
Yeah,
just
you
think
are.
it looks a bit ugly.
100%.
That's right. Not for me.
I didn't know, like, when the trailer was first playing, I didn't know what it was. But then when I first saw, like, the first character model, I was like, oh, it's Dragon Quest. Because, like,
Yep.
it has a distinctive, like, character models, like the eyes. I I do agree, like, the guy with the really chiseled jaw freaks me out a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like Giga
Not sh-
Chad or some shit. Like it just looks
Literally
odd.
Giga Chad.
I
Yeah.
I can't. I literally skipped over the trailer most of it because I was like, I can't look at this no more.
Seriously.
No, I don't like it at all.
Well,
I seem to be
haven't.
like the only one backing this game then. 'Cause
No,
I think
I
this is my
like
game
it.
of the show.
I'm excited for it. I
Yeah.
love Dragon Quest, but I haven't played a lot of the earlier titles. And this was one of them. And again, there's just I love my Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy games. So there's just we also have the Dragon Quest, what is it, 1 and 2 HD remake coming out in a
Yep.
couple months too. There's just so much Dragon Quest and I love it. Square Enix is just giving me everything I want.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Like the art style is true to Toriyama's work, which is the what do you call it? The creator of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I think he helped with this one as well. So
Yeah.
look, I'm glad this one's coming out because this is actually really, really, really expensive, and I mean that in the sense of like, in order for you to buy it originally on the PlayStation, it was almost impossible. So you had to either emulate it, which not great, but one of the only ways to do it. Then it got released on the 3DS or the DS, I think. And now if you look online, it's like $200. It's like, why? And again, this is one of those circumstances where the past should come to the future and be priced at a better position. And it's actually more improved. So it looks better, plays better, and is essentially the same game. So huge proponent in this case for like, old school games coming back. But I love it. I love the art style. Jamie, I don't know. Online, I don't know what the discourse is. I actually don't. I think there's more positive than negative.
I
But-
love Dragon Ball Z. Like, I love all the art style of like the animated series that he's been a part of, and the manga as well. But I don't. I just something about the facial features I didn't like at all.
Yeah. The game, though, is... I think it's one of the... It is the longest Dragon Quest from memory.
Is it?
So I think at a minimum, it's like 110 hours, 120
Oh
hours.
god, that's
It's
just
done.
got me off it a
110
bit.
hours of Giga Chad. I don't know if I can do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and it's very convoluted. Like, it's not the most accessible one from memory. So, yeah. Either way, though, looking forward to it. This is my game of the show. As soon as I saw it, I was like, no way. And then I was like, hell yeah, this is awesome.
I was surprised
Switch
they
game.
announced it like before like the 1 and 2 remake came out. Like usually they don't have like 2 upcoming Dragon Quest games at once, but
No.
I mean,
Man, we
they
haven't
are-
even heard of the newest one either.
no,
Like, that was
let's not
advertised
get
ages ago.
started. Let's not get started
Yeah.
on Dragon Quest 12. Next, we have the Virtual Boy announcement. So this is
Interesting.
it is interesting. So
It's something.
It's a stereoscopic system. I think I want to say it was the 90s, but I don't know because I haven't really researched it.
Yeah, it was the 90s.
Apparently it kind of flopped back then. But this is available to pre-order now. And will feature games like Mario's Tennis, Tolero Boxer, Galactic Pinball, with more to be released over time. It will be releasing on February 17th next year at $139.95. Or if you're a cheapskate, you can buy the cardboard model for $29.95.
$30.
I literally don't really know anything about this gadget, so Jeff, please take over.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready to roll.
Yeah.
He's ready.
Buying both.
God.
This is a pretty common thing amongst Nintendo collectors. The Virtual Boy is the only Nintendo console I don't have, and I have all of them in at least duplicate. But I don't own a Virtual Boy. Not many people had it back in the day. I didn't know about it when it was out when I was a kid. Like it wasn't until I was an adult collector, like maybe like 15 years ago, that I first heard about it. But yeah, it was notorious for making people feel motion sick and giving people headaches. So it kind of came with like this notion. It was pitched as the big VR marvel that everyone was going to revolutionize everything, but then people couldn't play it for very long. Apparently, the games are actually some of the games are pretty cool, and and the technology for its time was really unique in how it worked and what it was doing. And isn't it just fun how Nintendo is constantly surprised? Like, no one had this on the Nintendo Direct bingo card. No one.
No,
one
I
had it.
definitely didn't.
Not even close. I was
And then
surprised.
And when they dropped it, we're like, oh, cool. We're going to be able to play all the Virtual Boy games on Nintendo Switch Online. And we're just thinking that's a shock in itself enough. And then to drop the hardware that goes with it. And it's pretty cool how they've got the stereoscopic lens and you can just slide a switch in. They kind of already did something similar to that with Labo a few years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm both excited. I'm sure this is echoed amongst other nerdy Nintendo people like myself. I'm excited to play these games in the way it was meant to play, but then also to fill that hole in my console collection timeline by having like a brand new in-box thing that looks exactly like what was released in the 90s. Granted, we've seen the box artwork that comes out for it. It's that same kind of plain red box they've done for all the peripheral onlines with the NES, the SNES, and 64 and GameCube. But that's good enough for me. I'm stoked. I'll get the cardboard one as well. And it's one of those things that, like, I'm sure if you've got it, other people might want to have a go. I don't know how keen I am on sharing forehead sweat with everyone.
Yeah,
so,
that's a bit weird.
Yeah. Mine might. It may just stay in the box. I might just pull it out to use the stuff. I'm sure. I want to know. Can you still play the games online without it? Surely you can be able to play. There won't obviously.
I don't think you can.
I think you need it.
I think you have to. Yeah, you got to buy the controller.
Could they not just play the games? Let you play the games online just in 2D, just in a flat image?
You'd think, but I don't think they have thought that.
I actually don't think so. But I could be wrong.
I'm going to put money. I'm going to, that's where I'm putting my bet down. I reckon that you'll be able to play them both ways, or at least they'll announce that back in it. Like, how are they? Yeah, it seems weird that you can only play them when you have this thing out, and it's notorious because it's not like it looks like a thing. It doesn't have straps or anything. Like in the day, the images from the marketing back there, you have to like sit it on a table or something and plonk it down and then like lean into it, and then it had a controller that was connected to it. And
it's like a Nintendo peep show. That's the way it looks. Yeah,
I feel like I'm a bit older than you guys, but I remember when VR first hit like arcades back in the 90s. I remember specifically going to Time Zone in Brisbane and putting on the goggles like in the early 90s and playing some VR game. And at the time, because it was a foreign thing to see someone wearing goggles. Now you looked at an arcade any day of the week now, and I remember some other kid sucker punched me in the guts as hard as he could when I was playing like some VR game, and that was my first experience with VR.
Yeah, so, it feels so real.
But, yeah, I'm getting it. And I'm also going to get the collector of me is going to get the cardboard one. Am I the only person? Like, I want to know what Bodo's going to have to say about this.
Okay, so game preservation, love it. Love that it's coming. Love that it's available because it is so hard. And again, the price of probably buying one, Jeff, it's like totally expensive.
Oh,
However,
crazy mint in box too.
like typical of Nintendo to release something that A is very niche, expensive, and really not really warranted at the end of the day. And the games that I have heard, I think there's a Wario platformer in it that's meant to be very
that's
good.
the best
I
one.
think there is.
Yeah, but the other 14 aren't that great, allegedly. And we're paying at a premium price again. Like, so you want to make it accessible, sure. You want to bring it, but make it accessible for everyone, not just for people like us who are that niche vocal audience that will collect anything at the drop of a hat. And if I'm assuming Jamie was doing a bit of homework just then, like if you can't play the games without those things, then what do we? Okay, so you can't.
Everything
Yeah,
I'm
that's
reading
ridiculous.
says you need the attachment to play
That's
those
ridiculous.
games.
That's not fair.
That's just
Again,
that's what
for
that's what the
preservation,
internet's telling
great, but the introduction to get someone into it, that means okay, let's play this
That's only
game.
the
Oh
cardboard
wait,
one.
we got to buy the other one. Yeah, it is cardboard,
you can use the cardboard one to play the games, but you need one of them to play the games.
Will it be compatible with Labo VR?
I am not Nintendo, so I don't know, but I can. I'll give them a call after the show and we'll see. Can I discuss?
Be.
So I
Go.
there's part of me as like again as a collector, and I like having odd shit around my collection. Part of me is like, I kind of want it. Then the other part of me that's sane is like $140 for something that's like required to play only about 14 games until they expand more. Plus, you need the expansion pack online pass as well to access them. Seems excessive to me. I and the fact that the original made people sick and wasn't popular, I can't fathom it. Like, I understand. So this is a tangent. I ever since the mini SNES and the mini NES consoles, I've got them still boxed. I love them. I've wanted a mini N64. Like, I understand most of the games are probably locked behind Rare, and there's a lot of issues as to what they can actually put on the damn thing. But like, we get a Virtual Boy before we get a mini N64. I don't know. That makes me really sad. Yeah, like I said, tangent. But yeah, this. I don't know how I feel about this at all. Probably negative.
I am kind of negative, but also like this is just being marketed to collectors. I can't see like the general public being like, "Oh yeah, mommy, can you buy me a Virtual Boy?" I don't think so.
All the general public sounds like that.
Yeah.
I'm calling my mum
literally.
tomorrow just to do the same thing. Actually,
So just fact checking, the original Virtual Boy had a total of 14 games released in North America and 19 in Japan. So there's only like 22 in total. So I don't know.
So $140 if you buy the actual one just to potentially play that whole library. I
Well,
understand the hardcore
that's
collectors.
if
I
they
completely
bring it.
understand that, but
That's if they bring the whole library.
I also
They
think they
will.
could have replicated the box, like the PlayStation Classic,
cool.
like the small version, like it looks like an old PlayStation console box. So I think going to that little extra effort would have been even better for collectors. If you're really going for them, like it looks like the original box, but instead they've just put it in the red box, which is like, you know, it's fine, but like you could have gone the extra effort for the amount it costs. That's just my thoughts anyway.
It's kind of like how Playmates. I'm sitting next to. I got like the Technodrome for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the blimp and stuff. Like, and they've made that look exactly like it did in the 90s. Apart from they haven't used the same kid actor in the photos for obvious reasons. But yeah, I agree with you on that one. It'd be really cool if they made the box look. But then also for their marketing and like it makes sense why they've kept it red. So it's just the same. With all the other on Nintendo Switch Online peripherals, but you know, you take that bad boy out of a box and put it in a glass cabinet, it's going to look pretty good. So
yeah,
yeah,
100%. I think just with your tangent, Jamie, how you were mentioning the minis, I think they were the anomalies in the releases. I think what they're doing now and what they've done now with these red box controllers is the future, because they're setting it up right. Their online platform is expanding at a very slow pace. Sorry,
Very slow.
but they're bringing out all the controllers, so it's like eventually they'll get to a state where you can play every single Nintendo game available with the controller available for that era. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And
No,
I
get
think
that. I just want
that's
a small,
what it's going
tiny
for.
N64. That's all.
Oh, so do I. So do I. But I think they came out before they had this idea, and I think the idea is a bigger vision of in 10 years' time, if you want to play every single Virtual Boy game, every NES game, you can pick up the controllers. You can play it exactly as it was without needing to buy the console. You just buy the controller.
I still want the tiny N64.
How are we going to do Game Boy though?
Yeah.
Tiny one.
That I don't know.
Yeah,
That I don't know.
Yeah.
switch sideways, Joy-Cons at the bottom.
Maybe.
Would be
Good.
very
Maybe.
ergonomic. Yeah. I was in the same way Jamie was really excited for the Nintendo 64 Mini. After we got the NES and the SNES, I was really pumped for a Game Boy Mini. I was hoping. I was
That
like,
would've
surely
been
it's got to
cool
be the
too.
next thing. Yeah.
That would sell like crazy if they did it.
Yeah, they would.
Did
Include
anyone else
Pokemon
get
in it.
Jamie, did you get the other minis, the Japanese ones for the NES and the Super Famicom?
No, I didn't get those. I got one of the Game and Watches when they came out. I know that the Mario one. I think I grabbed, but yeah, I just like them on my shelf. I mean, I've only used them like once or twice each, but they look lovely. So
Yeah.
And sorry, just a tangent of what Jamie's saying. Like, if we go back to the 35th Direct, what did we get? We got the Mario Game and Watch. We got Mario and Luigi Live Circuit. We got Super Mario 3D All Stars. There was a whole bunch. We didn't get it in Australia, but in America got this thing where you had to complete some challenges and stuff, and you got like the pin set and the coin set. And don't get me wrong, I'm stoked with this Direct, but I was kind of thinking, where's the Mario 40th thing? Heck, if nothing else, how do I get the shirt that Miyamoto's wearing? I feel like apart from Amiibo, but Amiibo were going to come out regardless. So I feel like the one main physical collector thing we've gotten from this Direct is the flower,
which isn't really commemorative at all.
No, but like, because I could have sworn that the Game & Watches had the 35th logo on them, but I looked at them before we started recording, and they don't. They just have.
Oh,
I don't think they do. Yeah.
No, they don't. They've just got. Yeah, I've got both of them still sealed. Yeah, so it would have been nice if there was another sort of collectible console, because especially being the 40th anniversary of Mario. So hopefully we can get the shirts. I'd be happy with a shirt.
Moving on from Virtual Boy, Fatal Frame 2 Crimson Butterfly Remake has been announced and will be coming to Nintendo Switch 2 early next year. The game will feature updated exploration and combat elements. Anyone played this spooky game?
Yeah, once.
I saw my old roommate play it, and it looked pretty cool. But yeah, I've never played it myself.
I'm glad it's coming out. Looks good.
I love how there's like a horror renaissance right now. Like all the old horror games are coming back. And I'm actually excited that there's more horror games coming to the Switch as well. Because there really hasn't really been any. There wasn't that many on the Switch, so yeah, keen to have more of these more adult titles on a Nintendo console. Next up, we had Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. So we got a new trailer for featuring some gameplay, including Samus and her new technologically advanced bike, Viola, or Viola. I don't know how to pronounce that. We also got the long-awaited release date of the game, which is December 4. So it wasn't really delayed to next year like a lot of people were speculating. It's just at the very tail end. 3 Metroid Prime 4 Amiibo were also announced, with the Samus and Viola Amiibo both releasing on November 6th, and the Psylocke Amiibo releasing on the same day as the game. Jeff, how do you feel about Metroid Prime as of now?
You mean Metroid Excitebike?
Yes.
I'm stoked for it.
Yes.
Just quickly, sneakishly, it's like these two things combined together. Yeah.
Mm,
I think it looks awesome. I can't wait to get it. I can't wait to play. It'll also be playable at PAX as well. But I don't know if
yes.
it's the same demo they had at other conventions 6 months ago, or if it's an
I
updated
hope
one.
it isn't
Um,
because I've played that demo.
Oh, have you? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll be happy either way. One thing I'm hearing a lot of people talk about, because there's been a lot of discussion around that demo already. A lot of people seem to be perplexed with the motorcycle scene, about how
Yep.
Mm,
barren and open and untextured it was. But
yep.
I don't think that's going to be a very. I think they made a point of that in the direct so they could sell the amiibo, which is awesome and it looks really really fun. But I think that's going to be sort of like in the same way you have the normal Prime games, how you use the teleport and the elevators and stuff. I think that's going to be this game's version of transitioning from between worlds and between stages. So,
Mm,
or if it is a bit more of a, everyone seems to be going open world with everything. If it is more of a open world traversal type game, then I'm sure that was just an area that we saw that was purposely a bit barren and sparse in the trailer, because I don't want to give too much of it away yet. But I think those concerns of it being open and empty is a bit silly personally. Like I think I
mm,
don't think it's going to be. I think we're going to have classic, awesome looking Metroid Prime gameplay. You already see all the morph balls and all that stuff. So all the staples are in there, and
Mm.
I think it's an interesting take on how to do the transitioning between worlds though. So yeah, I'm keen. Looks beautiful. I'm sure it'll run well. A lot of people make the argument that it's still developed for Switch One game, because it's been developed to run on Switch One and Switch. So it
mm,
could have been better if it was just made for Switch Two. But I don't know. I'll personally be buying the Switch Two version, and then in the future, as a collector, when the Switch One versions maybe go on sale one day at Big W, I'll
mm,
pick up a copy, because it's always, you know, whenever a game gets launched on two systems at once, the older system's physical copy is always the one that becomes a bit more rare and hard to get later on. So
Mm.
yeah,
mm.
am I going to be the only person getting crazy enough to get both on this podcast?
Probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
You going to get either of them, Birdo?
I'm gonna get
No.
the Switch 2 one, and
Yeah.
I've already pre-ordered the
Well,
amiibos,
I
except
think
for
you're
the third one.
reviewing it, Birdo.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
better. I'm a huge Metroid fan too. Jeff, for the first time, we agreed in this podcast on all
Why
points.
Yeah.
are they releasing all these amiibo on different times? And even Age of Calamity, like it's got the four sages coming out or whatever, and then there's the Minera's construct is coming out at a later date.
Mhm.
What's with all
It's
the staggered
strange.
amiibo
Money.
release? Same with
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Like maybe they think, oh, no one's gonna buy. Well, most people won't be able to buy all three amiibo in 1 week. Why don't we just stagger it out?
But then if they stagger it out, then the hype of that game's release is past,
Mm,
and
Yeah.
then people who would have bought all three, it could
well,
if they could, then they're like, oh, they've moved on to the next thing by now. So
mm,
it seems I just want
I
it all. I want
I
it now.
do like the Samus and Viola amiibo, like with her on the
Yeah.
bike. It's really nice, and the Psylocke one too. I think looks pretty cool.
I didn't get
Um,
that one. That's the only one.
yeah.
I'm getting all.
Back to your point about people worrying about this originally being developed for the Switch, or with the Switch in mind as well. The demo I played, like it looked like a Switch 2 game. Like
Yeah.
I didn't think, oh, this looks crap. Um, Everything ran well. Like the performance was great, and the fact that I'm pretty sure on Switch 2 on TV mode it can run up to 120 frames per second. Um, which is insane. Like, I don't think this game is going to look bad at all, or
Mm.
just because it was developed with the Switch in mind as well. If it can achieve that frame rate, it's got to be like a pretty decent like game and optimized for Switch too. Or like we don't even know. Maybe it was actually eventually corely developed for Switch 2 and kind of like not downgraded, but like optimized for Switch as well. Um, I don't know which is easier, whether to optimize up or to optimize down. I'm not a developer, so I don't know. But yeah, my time with Metroid Prime 4 so far has been Like I walked away impressed, so I can't.
It's
That
good.
was a demo though. It was like a 20-minute demo, so like I can't speak too much on it, but I liked it. Anyone else got feelings about Prime 4?
Just my concerns. That's all about the fact that it's changed development histories from the time they wanted
Yeah.
to release it. So I think it was Bandai Namco in
Mm.
partnership with Nintendo, and then went back to Retro, which isn't the same Retro studios that created the original Prime. So my concern is that there might be a little bit of a, it hasn't stayed consistency, and that's my biggest worry. Is that it's been chopped and changed and morphed to try to fit into something.
Yeah, but
But I'm hoping they can keep the soul of Metroid games. As long as that's intact, it should be all right.
I think
Didn't they
it's
just
rare.
restart it? Yeah, didn't they just restart the development and they scrapped it completely?
Possibly that's
Apparently.
why it took so long.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's rare for Nintendo to like really fumble one of their like first party games. So I don't really see it struggling. Like I don't
I just
see
hope
it
it sells.
flopping. I think it will.
I want
December
it to sell. I need
though, I
Metroid to
don't
be more
know.
popular.
December's a weird release window. Because notoriously there's not a lot of game releases there because people are like buying for Christmas, but yeah, I don't know how big Metroid is at the moment. Really.
It's the biggest it's been. It just
Well,
needs
certainly.
a bigger push, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Speaking
Oh, and they've got
of
the book. They've got the book too as well. The art book, Metroid Prime.
God, there's a lot of books
compendium.
coming out.
Yeah, yeah. Not specifically Metroid 4. It just says Metroid. I think it's Metroid Prime 1 to 3, like art book as well.
Yeah,
That
right.
was that was snuck in at the end of the Metroid thing at the trailer
Was it?
as well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I
it was
must
in
have
the
missed
direct.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC. So DK Island and Emerald Rush DLC was shadow dropped the same day as the Direct, and is a paid DLC that takes place on DK Island and features an Emerald Rush mode. To access this DLC, you need to pay for it, obviously, and the main storyline needs to be completed in Donkey Kong Bonanza. In the DLC, you can take in-game photos with familiar friends like Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, Cranky Kong, Rambi, and Squawks, and decorate DK Island with DLC exclusive character statues that you can obtain with Bonandium chips. Jeff, you said you were still playing Donkey Kong Bonanza, so I'm guessing you haven't played this part yet. Berto, you
No.
are waiting for a review code for this, so you haven't played that yet.
Nope.
It looks cute. I was surprised to get DLC so soon for this, but might as well
Very
ride
surprised.
might as well
Very
ride the
surprised.
wave while it's still high. Yeah, it looks good. It's like the main DLC part is the Emerald Rush part, but like the DK Island has that like self factor, like it's got that nostalgia attached to it to make people want to buy it. And looks good. There's a lot of familiar locations from obviously the earlier Donkey Kong games on that island, and apparently there's secret levels to find as well.
Hopefully
Jeff?
some more 2D ones as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
It needed more of those.
I
They
feel
were
like
really fun.
I feel like being on DK Island, I'd be surprised if there wasn't a
there's
2D
gotta be.
level on there.
Yeah.
Onto
And
the
it looks beautiful. Yeah.
It does. It does. I mean, even Bonanza looked beautiful, and I don't know, the whole Emerald Rush thing. Like, I like that teal color, so yeah, it looks nice. I probably won't ever play it, but it does look good.
Can I just add one little thing on that, because it's actually DLC? and not just a, everything else seems to be a Nintendo Switch 2 edition, because it
Yeah.
is a Nintendo Switch 2 day.
Well, yeah.
I like to collect this sort of stuff, which is a bit crazy. So like having the actual store, the DLC case for certain
Yeah.
games, because then when you get it, the artwork looks completely different. Sorry for the people who are just audio listeners. I'm just showing some DLC cases for Switch games, and there's to the best of my knowledge, there's none of this in any retail stores right now. So I'm really hoping when the Emerald Rush DLC comes out, then all all the local stores will start having these things, and then I can sort of sweet talk my way to my local manager, keeping some of that for me, and it's some more things to have on the shelf. So the nerdy collector in me is probably just as excited about the potential of that as I am about playing the actual DLC, which is all part of the hobby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the DLC's out now, so I don't know if you're going to be in luck there. And
It'll
because it
take
was
a
like,
couple of weeks to.
yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, moving on to a topic Jeff doesn't know a lot about, which is Pokemon. Jamie, wake up. uh,
Oh, it's a struggle. This is past my bedtime nowadays.
I know.
We'll keep going.
All right. Pokemon Pokopia is a new Pokemon game that puts you into the role of a Ditto transformed into a human, tasked with shaping an empty land into a beautiful home for Pokemon. So we don't really know a lot about this title right now, but Ditto can learn moves from other Pokemon to assist in building a dream home. For instance, Ditto can learn the move Leafage from a Bulbasaur and sprout some foliage in the area. A Squirtle can teach Ditto Water Gun or something to water dried up grass, etc. We don't really know how many Pokemon are going to feature in this game, but there were quite a lot in the trailer. So it's very Animal Crossing mixed with maybe Minecraft, but I would say it's more so leaning more towards Animal Crossing. Jamie, what did you think of Pokopia?
So Pokemon has made me play a lot of genres I didn't think I was going to play because it has Pokemon in it. I still play Pokemon Sleep. I still play the trading card game,
crazy.
and I still play Pokemon Go. I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to play this. This is not my sort of game. Like
Really?
cozy farming type games are just not for me. And like I don't really want to look at an unsettling human Ditto for the whole adventure either. Like
She does
it
look
is
scary.
kind of. It is a bit like Slender Man type looking thing. So when they first did the transformation and the Ditto transforms into the human, I was just like, whoa, all right. Yeah, it's probably not my type of game. If it was potentially a free to play thing, I would check it out. But like, I don't see myself paying for a full release of this. You know, just because time is hard enough to come by. I don't need to check on my tomatoes and see if they're ready. You know what I mean? I just don't have the time.
Right.
Brad, what do you think?
Well, I think it looks cute. And I do think that Ditto human looks absolutely mortifying.
It's like cute everywhere and then like nightmare fuel.
And then I saw a theory that it turned into its dead trainer. Which actually made me want to
just
cry.
Like sitting in the dirt. Yeah.
It did.
What?
Yeah. The trainer's gone. Like the Pokédex was destroyed on the ground. So let's just assume the
Pokemon's
trainer
dark,
died.
man. If you look into some of the lore of Pokemon, like they're dark. Like
yeah. I'm excited. I'm not like waiting for it to release.
You're
but
not camping out for it. Yeah.
No, like it's still hard to gauge how big of a scale this game is. I don't think it's going to be overly large. But
no, and
you never
as
know,
you said,
though.
there's probably about a dozen or so Pokemon that looks like they have moves that you can learn. But will there be any sort of multiplayer features where you can visit each other's little
it's all unknown.
that you've created or something like that? Yeah.
We don't really know much about it, to be honest. Like when you think about it. all they gave us was that it launches next year, so like it could be ages away. To be honest, I don't think we'll see it until like the middle of next year or maybe late next year. At this point. Keeping on with the Pokemon theme, Pokemon Legends CA got a new trailer showcasing the Kalos starters finally having their own Mega Evolutions. That's Chestnut, Delphox, and Greninja, if you don't remember who they are. We also got DLC announced for Pokemon Legends CA, yes, before release, titled Mega Dimension. The trailer shows off 2 Mega Evolutions of Raichu, with more about the DLC to be revealed at a later date. Okay, before we argue about DLC being announced before the game, games do this all the time with season passes and roadmaps, etc. So I don't see how this is any different from that. That's my 2 cents on the matter. At least we know it's coming and we know what we're it's just a teaser. Like, most roadmaps just have like the title of the DLC with a question mark above it. So like I'm happy to see some sort of I guess visual aspect to what we might expect. Now the floor's open. Argue back.
All right, so I'll touch on the Mega Evolutions first. I thought the designs were great. I'm now more. I remember saying to you I was going to buy Pokemon Czar at launch and play it on my Switch. That's what it is. So I was going to play it on the normal Switch, but now I'm just like, how huge it's looking and how like gorgeous it looks on the Switch 2. Part of me wants to just hold off until I get the Switch 2 console now, just because I don't want to play the inferior, probably broken, slow running version.
I agree.
I hope it runs well, but yeah. So I might end up holding off in the end because I do want to play it at some point because I loved the previous Legends game. Now, as for the DLC, I'm in 2 minds. I agree with you in terms of everyone else does it. That's whatever. You know what I mean? It's people losing their minds, but like Ubisoft will announce DLC before they announce the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas the one mindset with that is, it's just like, if everyone else is pushing over old people, that doesn't mean you could just start doing it too and not get the blame. You know what I mean?
Yes, it does.
Like, that. Well, I guess that's how I see it.
I'll I want over.
Well, you're the boss of the website, so you can do what you want.
No,
but I mean, like,
I get that.
That's my thought on it.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I didn't lose my mind of it because it's a norm in the industry that I don't really agree with as it is. But again, like, it is a bad thing. It's like microtransactions in general, I've never been a fan of. I don't like them. I don't really enjoy season passes either because it really does sort of force you to get on, play within that certain time frame. Got to make sure you make the most out of your season pass before it ends. It's just stressful, and it really does prey on people that need to be the completionists to try and get everything. And they do exist. There's studies where people just like it preys on people that maybe shouldn't have to have that in a game. So yeah, I don't like the practice, but again, it is something that unfortunately is a norm within the industry. So it's good to see people kick up a stink, but I think people need to hold their pitchforks in hand and get ready to have the same passion when other studios do the same shit.
Okay,
that's my thought.
I do agree with that. I don't think like the 2 Raichu Mega Evolutions should be like locked behind the DLC or behind a paywall.
But they did it with the previous Pokemon game. Like, if you don't buy the expansions, you don't get the certain new Pokemon they release. Like, I don't have them because I never bought the expansions. So it's no different. It's just...
Wasn't Scarlet and Violet's DLC like one of them had like heaps of legendary Pokemon in that?
I think you could do raids or like there was runs where you can encounter them. Because I think there was that Crown Tundra. That one of them was Crown Tundra. I know that. But yeah, they've got like mythicals and like exclusive legendaries in those, and like I don't have them because I didn't buy them. So it's not like it's a new practice even from the Pokemon Company. But it's just like not. It's a shit thing, but it's just a company doing what every other company does, even though it is shit. That's my opinion.
I don't know. I like DLC, and I like to know that a game will be supported with extra content later, even if I have to pay extra money for it. Like in my head, like I can play Pokemon Legends CA for maybe like a couple months, and then when I feel like I'm satisfied, I won't ever play it again. But like if something else comes along, like I'll go back to it and maybe spend more time with it. Like I feel satisfied with the initial base game. And then if I like the game enough, I'll go back to it and play the DLC when that comes out. But I guess
But
not
see, that's the
everyone's
thing,
like that though.
like all the people complaining about and everything, like hardcore Pokemon fans, will they go and buy it day one, or have they already pre-ordered the DLC as it is right now? The problem is you need a community to collectively go, no, this isn't good enough, and vote with the wallets, because that's what they understand. So I know hardcore Pokemon fans. I'm part of the problem. I haven't pre-ordered the DLC or this, but I've gone and played games even though I knew it wasn't that great, and I've put hundreds of hours into those games because I don't know why. A different colored Pokemon is nice to look at, and I can't help myself. But everyone needs to vote with their wallets. It's the only way practices like this don't continue.
We all did say that about Scarlet and Violet, and then they became the highest selling Pokemon games ever. So I don't think that's ever gonna work.
No,
not
it
with
won't.
Pokemon.
That's the thing. It's just internet people getting annoyed, and then they will just go and buy it when it comes out anyway. It's a sad thing, but it's just what happens.
Berto, anything to add?
Yeah, absolute trash. Absolute trash. I think what they've done is horrible. I think hiding it behind a paywall is ridiculous. I think a bit of context into this. So in the direct, there was a few farming sims or cozy sims, totally, not my style. And then that weird one that you guys just discussed, Pokopia or whatever it was, dropped, and I was like, what the hell is this? So mentally, I checked out, right? I was like, nah, I'm done. And then this comes up, and it's like, okay, sweet. And then they're like, oh, DLC. I'm like, you're joking. Like, I still remember, like, Jeff and I being a little bit older, I still remember companies getting shot for doing this 10 years ago. Like, the amount of outrage that EA had ages ago. Like, I forget which game it is. It was probably Mass Effect or something like that. I forget. But so much chaotic, like, energy from that point in time. And now it's acceptable. It's insane. And, like, I was doing a bit of research earlier. So, in order for you guys to play the game fully, just for context, you got to buy the base game. It's $110. DLC
I didn't pay
is $45. Like, just using the price point of the average consumer that doesn't,
all right.
I know what you mean. Like, we're not, Jeff said it perfectly well. We're not that normal consumer. Like, you got to think, like someone who doesn't even care. Like the mum and dad, it's like, buy this for me. Okay, so you're already $150 with the DLC. And then in order to play online, you got to buy the online component. So you're looking at $185 for a Pokemon game. For a Pokemon game that looks like trash, essentially. Like, where's that money actually going?
I disagree because I don't think it's going to look like trash.
In fairness, most people are already going to have the online thing as well. So
no one's buying online just for Pokemon. That's like
saying, discount as well, yeah.
That's like saying, and then you need to pay $800 to buy a Switch 2, and then another $2,000 for a TV.
You got to pay electricity bill. You got to have a house, probably.
Yeah,
you'll have to feed this child you're buying this Pokemon game for.
There you go.
You got to buy them food. Like,
but it's true. Like, for Jamie to play this, he has to buy the Switch 2, the game, the DLC, just to enjoy it.
Food for my kid. Heaps of shit.
And like, you go back to that. What was it?
Oh,
the last main like Pokemon one that looks terrible, and now this one looks like it looks a little bit better. But like, where's that money going exactly?
Nah, it looks good. You're just being a hater, Birdo. Sorry.
I love Pokemon. I genuinely don't have anything negative.
Well, it
I just
doesn't
don't like
sound
what
like
they're becoming. No, I don't like what they're becoming. And this is the thing. Like, all I see online now, like on my Instagram, all the Pokemon fans are like, "This is the best thing ever. I loved it." And I'm like, "You love paying
the best
that
thing
much money
since sliced bread
for something? Then why don't include it in the base game?" Like,
why I didn't see anyone positive on this. Like, at least on my algorithm, I didn't see anyone.
On my algorithms, nothing but positive. I'm the only one negative. And, I have people like, shout out to Kieran Hopk Gaming. Totally, like, me and him debating endlessly about this topic. Like,
I I actually didn't see much like anything around the DLC or the new trailer. I think we've seen
Oh,
a
I
lot
heard
of
nothing
this
but
game,
positives.
so I just didn't see anyone talking about it. So
You guys need to
How
have a
about
new
those?
segment on your podcast just called Birdos. It really grinds my gears. Like,
yeah,
like
we
in
do.
a family
We
That's
do.
life.
most of
Yeah,
the show. So
Yeah, it's literally
Yeah.
the whole
I
show.
could-
We should just rename the podcast to Birdo's
yeah.
Rant Session or
Grinding gears
something.
with Birdo.
Yeah.
I could see them roll their eyes straight away. I'm just going to shut up now.
We love it, Birdo. It's
we
great.
do.
Never change.
Please don't.
I won't.
He can't.
I'll be exactly
All right.
like Pokemon. I'll never change. I'll never do anything differently.
All right, we are
I also
definitely.
like
Do
Andy
something
referring to it as Pokemon Czar.
Pokemon Star, yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's so good, it's terrible.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, we have hit the 2 hour and 10-minute mark, so we are gonna quickly get through the last 4 announcements. Danganronpa 2x2 is a remake of Danganronpa 2 Goodbye Despair, which will launch on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2 next year, I'm pretty sure. And that features a new original scenario. Jamie, I know you like Danganronpa. Have you ever played Danganronpa
Love
2?
it.
Have you
Yeah,
played
I
this
played
game?
the entire series, even all the little spin-off games. It's
Nice.
great.
You're excited?
I don't know if this would make me dip in again.
Mm.
They are very long games, and if I was going to replay, I'd probably just go from 1 and work my way through again to refresh with the story.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't played them, like you can just dip in. You don't need the context of the first one. It's a crazy bear, people trying to escape, and they try to kill each other to get away with it, and that's how they escape. It's crazy, it's bonkers. But yeah, it's good that it was featured here. That was a complete surprise to me to see
Yeah.
Monokuma pop up. So I was very happy with that.
Yeah. Anyone else have any thoughts about Danganronpa? Nope,
No.
me neither. What about
good,
Monster
play.
Hunter Stories 3 Twisted Reflections? That officially got its release date for March 13 next year. Any Monster Hunter Stories fans?
Skip.
Looks good.
Does look good.
It does look good. I think that would be more my jam than the mainline Monster Hunter games. It seems more less going on, which is what I need. And probably one of my favorite announcements, and one that kind of came out of nowhere, was Resident Evil Requiem. That's coming to Switch too. Capcom debuted a brand new trailer for the game, featuring some baddies and perhaps a first look at the menacing monster that stalks you throughout the game. On top of that, they also dropped a giant bombshell that Resident Evil 7, Biohazard, and Resident Evil Village will also release on the same day as Requiem on Nintendo Switch 2 on February 27th. That is insane, they're releasing all 3 on the same day. I thought they'd stagger them. Is that not going to split sales? I don't know. I feel like they should have. I mean, I don't know. All very good games. The later 2 games, it is the gold edition, so it has all the DLC attached with it too. So yeah, very good. More horror games for Switch owners. Anyone gonna pick these up?
Not
Not on the Switch.
Yeah, no, not on the Switch. Cool. And lastly, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave was announced, which is the next Fire Emblem game. And the gameplay seems to be similar to that of Three Houses. I didn't really capture what it was going to be about, but is anyone keen for a new Fire Emblem game?
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah.
But by that point of the direct, I was just too busy texting all my friends about all the other stuff. And I didn't
Oh my
pay
god, the
attention to it.
talking flower.
Yeah. Virtual
Yeah.
Boy.
I was so checked out by then. Like it ended at Resident.
Direct.
It was very long. Yeah.
Did anyone else watch it live? Like at midnight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Yep.
Yeah.
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 It
And I
just
was
kept
disgusted.
going. It just kept going. It felt like like I wasn't bored at all ever, but it just kept going. I was like, come on, I need to go to bed.
Yeah.
Let me sleep.
I feel bad for Fire Emblem being at the end. Like I'm happy it's up to a point now where it's a marquee title. Like to see that grow, like because Fire Emblem was so hard to find and so rare, and that GameCube game on Fire Emblem is ridiculously expensive now. Path of Radiance, I
Mm,
think it's called.
mm,
So I'm glad that's coming out. They usually have some really great collector's editions with steelbooks. Every single Fire Emblem game on the Switch had that. So I'm glad that it was presented. But again, I think everyone here can agree. Like to see that at the end, it's like, oh, finally! Like because it was so long. It was too long, if anything. So it kind of like took a hit, unfortunately.
I think Resident Evil should have been the last announcement, and they should have had Fire Emblem earlier. Because I feel like I don't
Yeah,
know.
or have its own direct, even. Announce it
Well,
separately,
yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Game Awards.
All right, just quickly, Jamie.
I just want to touch on one thing because it was one of the probably more exciting announcements that was really throwaway. Power Wash Simulator 2.
Ah,
I
yes.
absolutely love the first game. It's so relaxing. It's honestly the most relaxing game I've ever played. And they announced that it has split screen co-op,
yeah.
which the first game didn't have. So the missus always wanted to play this with me, but we didn't want to grab two copies and everything like that. So that was just a little personal thing that I was like,
Nice.
I'm very happy for that.
Nice. Anyone want to call out any other announcements that we didn't cover? I think we covered most of them anyway. Tomodachi Life is coming out autumn next year.
No.
Yeah.
No more farming social sims, please. Cozy. I'm all
Such a
cozied out.
weird game.
Yeah, that's all I really have to say. So quickly around the room, one or two sentences about the direct as a whole, how you felt about it. Please don't go on tangents. Berto, I know you had a 52-page essay written about the direct, but we are out of time. Jamie,
I know.
first.
I'm glad I didn't watch it live because I could skip over the things I didn't like. That's my first sentence. Second one, I wish Yoshi had co-op.
Okay. I enjoyed the direct as a whole, but I feel it would have benefited if the Mario portion was a separate direct and we just had like two different directs rather than one long one. Better?
Some genuinely great games and some terrible business decisions.
Okay. Jeff?
Very stoked for the games and the Amiibo coming out.
Mm.
Would have been awesome if there was a more 40th anniversary specific collectible included.
Yeah.
Cool.
Agreed.
All right. So I guess the general consensus that it was a bit long. But yeah. That's it. That is Nintendo Direct spoken about. Good work, guys. We kept it under 3 hours.
Epic. That was epic.
We went almost as long as the show.
I was sure.
Yeah. Now Fire Emblem.
No, not Fire
One
Emblem.
more
Now the
thing.
NextPlay Game Corner. This is our weekly show where we quiz all the panelists about name the games, just general knowledge in general. Brad, you are the host this week. I believe you guys did a whole Final Fantasy one on the last episode.
We
I go away
did.
for one episode and it's just Final Fantasy everywhere.
And the guest one, so I'm putting my foot forward and I'm taking the hit here and hosting once again.
Mm-hmm. Now,
All right.
there's something special, I'm guessing, with this one, seeing as you told us to have paper and a texter nearby.
There is.
Yep.
Okay, so this is Mario themed in honor of the direct and having Jeff on as well.
Hey.
All right. So I have chosen 7 Mario games and you need to order them on their Metacritic score. So here are the games. Can you all see
Yeah.
them? All right.
Yes.
So number 1 to 7, 1 being the highest Metacritic score, 7 being the lowest. Can you rank them? And whoever has the most correct gets 3 points. Second most gets 2 points. Least gets 1 point. So you're guaranteed 1 point.
Do you want to vamp as we write all these down?
Yes. I tried
So
to...
1 is the top one, right?
Yes. Yes.
1 is 1.
1 is the highest score. So I tried to capture different platforms. As you can see, Super Mario Run is there. That was a app on the iOS store. Not sure if that's still going, but it is on the list. You can also see 2 Mario Kart games, Double Dash and Mario Kart 8 from the Wii U.
Never played Double Dash. So
No,
Yeah, same.
I would have loved Double Dash. I was such a fan of Crash Tag Team Racing. I'm pretty sure Double Dash.
Is that what it is?
Did... Well, I don't know. There's 2 drivers, so I'm guessing it's
I know
similar.
you have a partner on it. That's about all I know.
Yeah, I think
I'm done.
The only one on here I haven't actually played is Super Mario Run. So I'm almost done.
That's all right.
I have super messy handwriting.
And I will say a lot of these are very close together in scores. So one slip up and you could have the whole list wrong.
I'm done.
Perfect.
Ooh.
All right. So I'm just going to take this away for a second. Can you hold up your sheets?
Yeah. So we hold it up to...
Yeah.
Oh,
hold on. You mean like that? Holding up what Nintendo likes? Oh, wrong.
Oh, whatever.
I don't even know if you can read my handwriting on the goddamn
Mine's up.
Yeah. I also just saw Jeff said Birdo sucks. So.
Is that number 1? I think it's number 1.
It was just at the bottom.
Okay, so you're gonna mark your own work, so be honest. All right, so number 7. I would be surprised if anyone got this wrong. It is Super Mario Run. That had a
So I got it wrong.
Woo-hoo!
Did you?
Yeah, because I thought it was one of those trick ones.
No, it
Inside
wasn't.
Story.
That was
Bowser's
the
Inside
easy
Story.
one. Yeah, so that had a Metacritic score of 76, so it didn't review badly. Just not as good as the rest. Did anyone? I'm guessing Jamie and Jeff got that right.
Yeah, got it right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
As long as you beat Jamie, Jeff. That's all I care about.
Number 6, it is Mario Kart Double Dash.
Oh
no.
Nope.
I got that wrong.
No, it doesn't
got
sound
that
like
wrong.
anyone got that right.
I had Inside Story.
True.
Yeah, same.
Okay. So Double Dash had a Metacritic score of 87.
Jeez, it's very tight, isn't it?
It is. Yep. Yep.
Tighter than Birdo's wallet when it comes to pre-ordering games.
Absolutely.
But
Unless
not
it's
Amiibo.
Pokemon, I'm in.
All right, number 5. It's Mario Kart 8 on Wii U.
Shit.
Oh, what?
That
Is
was
it really?
unexpected.
Yep.
I've lost this completely.
That was the trick one.
I had Mario Kart 8 as 2.
That was the
Same.
trick
Bad
one.
world.
Because it's the Wii U
I think-
version.
I think me and Jeff have a very similar list.
Yeah.
You guys cheated.
If it was 8 Deluxe.
We compared notes.
Yeah, 8 Deluxe was definitely higher. Mario Kart 8 had a Metacritic score of 88 on Wii U.
That's decent.
So what's the score? It's just Jeff and Jamie
0.
1 point and
I've got
Birdo
1.
0.
I got
Okay,
1,
all
yeah.
right. There's still time. There's still
And
time.
now we know that we're going to be wrong.
Yeah,
on
I
Mario
know I've
Kart
got
8.
another 2 wrong
Oh,
already.
well.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no
Okay.
time.
No. All right, number 4, which I think you've all got wrong, also is Mario and Luigi: Bowser's Inside Story. That has a
Sure did.
that has a Metacritic score of 90.
90.
Wow.
Now, I don't
Never
know
played
how
it.
many reviews that was based on, but there definitely wasn't as many reviewers back then, so that might be why it's so high. Number 3, we have Super Mario Brothers Wonder for Nintendo Switch.
Nice.
Really?
Love that.
Wow.
Yep. That had
And
a
then we both know that we got Mario. We know we get Mario Kart 2 for number 2 wrong.
Wait, do you have the same list?
I think
I
we
think we have
might.
to, we have to go to tiebreaker.
You might have to go to a tiebreaker for those two.
Do you have a tiebreaker prepared?
No, but I will find something. Okay, so that is Berto on 0 and Jamie and Jeff on 2.
I've just collapsed.
On 2.
Yeah.
All right, so the number 2 and number 1. So number 2 is Super Mario 3D World on Wii U, and number 1 is Super Mario Odyssey. So 3D World had 93 and Odyssey has 97. So tally up your scores.
Oh, it's easy to...
I am very curious if literally Jeff and I have the same list. Double Dash. Oh, we have Double Dash and 3D World the other way. I have it at 5 and 4. Yeah.
Nice.
Everything
So
else is the same.
So you both got 3 out of 7. Berto, did you get 1?
Just one, the top one.
Yeah, okay.
Good work, Berto.
Wow, okay.
Oh,
so,
thank you, Jamie. Please win the tiebreaker, Jeff. He can't win. He's not allowed to.
all right, so I'm going to have to go to Wikipedia and read out a random Mario game. Can you vamp while I look for something?
I'm happy to vamp. I
Please.
considered 3D World at the top for a bit, but then I thought, nah, I think I got confused with the Mario Karts, I think. So I was like, nah, that one's going up there. But yeah, I was expecting Double Dash to be a lot higher than that, because everyone I've
thought
ever
Double
heard
Dash
who's
was better.
played it has said
love
they
it.
absolutely loved it.
I think the big shock was Inside Story being so high.
Yeah.
That was, so.
I never played it.
It was a fun game, though.
Was
I don't
it?
think I've ever played any of the Mario and Luigi games, I don't think.
Oh, I mean, sorry, trying to guess the order of everything based on Metacritic scores.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably, obviously better than Mario Run.
Yes, I think almost anything
Yeah,
is.
I think everyone knows that would have been last out of those. I don't think anyone would get that wrong.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those ones. I downloaded it, I played it, and then I deleted it off my phone pretty much instantaneously.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. How it happened.
All right. This is just for Jamie and Jeff. I'm going to read part of a Wikipedia article omitting some key details, and you need to guess what game it is. If you think you know the game, just say your name, and then I will let you answer. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This game is a 3D platformer in which the player controls the titular character Mario through various courses. Mario's abilities are far more diverse than in previous games. He can walk, run, jump, crouch, crawl, climb, swim, kick, grab objects, and punch using the game controller's analog stick and buttons. He can execute special jumps. Jamie.
Super Mario 64?
It is Super Mario 64. Well done.
I didn't think it was going to be that simple. I thought it was like, so I'm waiting for some detail from me, some more obscure.
I was waiting
like,
for a twist to come in.
No.
Yeah.
To be fair,
well done, Jamie.
that was quite vague. Like, it could have been like almost any 3D Mario game. So you're kind of lucky to guess that.
It's all good. Hey, I beat Berto, and that's all that matters.
That is correct.
All that matters.
Yeah, you did. I got smashed in that one.
He's very easy to beat. So.
Oh, here we go. I'm pretty sure I won last year by 1, wasn't it?
No, we tied.
You
And
did
that's because I gave you a point at one point, yeah.
No, you didn't.
All right.
Still counts.
So right now, no, whatever. I'm waiting for Brad to hurry up and update the scoreboard.
Okay, I'm
so
doing
just waiting on
11
him.
things at once. Hold on.
You're doing one thing, and that's updating the scoreboard slowly.
Yes.
The scoreboard has now been updated, everyone at home. The world is right again. Jamie is back at the top on 23 points. Berto, you're down there on 22.
Oh, down
try,
there
I
so
guess.
much. Yep.
Brad on 21. And Guest has got some additional points thanks to Jeff today. So the Guest is on 10
Well done, Jeff.
now.
Good work.
Hey, thank you.
Yes,
Right.
well done. So after 3 days, our podcast is ending. Thank you very much for watching or listening. Make sure you follow us wherever you want. I believe Brad puts our socials just below each of us, for feel free to give us a follow there. Make sure you check out next-play.com.au for all the latest content, reviews, and head over to the YouTube where Bradley is playing Final Fantasy VII. So until the next episode, take it easy, and we'll see you then.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.